All right, guys. What's up? Hello. I'm back to play more video games on the internet for you. Mainly for Gizmo. Hello. How's it going? Today we're playing something magical. We're playing Rayman. Playing Rayman games. Because I've only ever played... And listen to the music. It sounds like it's gonna be so special. The music really makes everything sound like it's gonna be so special. But I don't know. I've never played any other Rayman games besides Rayman 1. I've owned Rayman Origins or Rayman Legends on Steam for 1 billion years and never touched them. And I've also never played Rayman 2. Or Rayman 3. There's Rayman 3. What system was Rayman 3 on again? No, I believe Rayman 3 is like sort of just more of Rayman 2. Rayman 2 and 3 are 3D. But Rayman 2 was originally developed for N64 and PS1. Rayman 3 is developed for PS2 and GameCube. So, and there's the 2 Steam games. Let's see, how many Rayman games are there? Rayman series. Let's just take a look. What is the series? What constitutes the series of Rayman? What does Wikipedia say? Series of platformer video games created by Ubisoft. Well, I think we need to go back to this music. This music's a little too hopeful. Yeah, this is better. A series is set in a fantastical, magical world, features a wide range of environments that are very often based on certain themes, such as the Eraser Plains, a landscape made entirely of stationery. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool ideas and themes in Rayman. There are several spin-off titles. The main protagonist is Rayman, magical, limbless being, renowned for his courage and determination. So the games are Rayman. The original, which I streamed a long time ago. You never liked Rayman for some reason. I feel very mixed about Rayman as well for the series. The series and the character, I feel very mixed on. But I love the first game because it's French. I like old school French. Vocab, what's up? What about Earth Gym? We're in Gym 3D. What about it? Oh, I haven't played. I think I played it for like about 15 minutes. I need to try that more as well. You know, it's like a game like this kind of both. Well, I've heard Rayman 2 and 3 are actually good games. I haven't heard anything good about Earthworm Jim 3D. But, you know, it's like a series that's known for its like 2D art, so this is one of those games that's like just kind of like, why did they make it? You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's jacked. But it is. I would like to try it one of these days. So Rayman series, and again, the only game I've invested time into is Rayman 1, which I love. Rayman 1 is infamous for being mega hard, but it's also incredibly beautiful platformer. It's like one of the most lush, beautiful platformers for PS1 or ever. Rayman 2 and 3 are... So with Rayman 2, they changed to 3D. Supposedly under the influence of like Mario 64. Although Rayman 1 came out, I guess it was developed around the same time. It would have been. As Tomb Raider, Mario 64, because it was pretty, as I recall, it's a very early PS1 game. Rayman 2 and 3 are 3D games, 3D platformers, along those lines. Never really messed with them. I'd like to try them. Then there's Rayman Origins and Legends. Like, so, original Rayman 1 is 1995. So Rayman 2 is a PS1 era game, 1999. Rayman 3 is PS2 era game, 2003. Rayman Origins doesn't come out until 2011. These are all Ubisoft, but Ubisoft really feels like as the time goes on, Ubisoft feels like a completely different company. It feels like the company that made Rayman Origins and Legends is a totally different company. Well, I wonder if there is a lot of the same people. I don't really know. Okay, so those are the 5. There is 5 main games in this series. But the spin-offs are Rayman Raving Rabbids. Basically, they're all the Rabbids games, including the Mario and Rabbids spin-off. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be upfront. I hate the Rabbids. I've never played a Rabbids game, but Rabbids are like... The design of the Rabbids makes me sick. So probably... I'm never gonna play... I don't need to give those a chance. Let's just fuck that. I'll do other things with my life. Music Rayman? I don't know. Let's see. What Music Rayman? Other Rayman... Wait, no. This is just... Is that one of these? Well, I don't see Music Rayman listed here. Wait. Or wait, hold on. Rayman Designer. Oh, these are all releases? Activity. There's a Rayman Activity Center? Oh, that was the list of, like, credits for a second. My first Rayman? What the hell is all this? Rayman Brain Games. Oh, I didn't know there were so many spin-offs. Wow. Interesting. There's a Rayman Golf. Huh. Okay. That's good music. But maybe we'll go to say. Mr. Leo, hello. How's it going? How are you guys all doing today? We're going to start off by trying the Steam games. Because, you know, I thought, you know what? Let's finally I just want to try them. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing... Probably not going to be doing full playthroughs. Probably not going to have time to do a full playthrough of Legends and Origins now. Really not sure how I would feel about these games. Every time I look at these games, I get kind of a negative feeling. Now, I'll tell you, I was looking at it, like, before the stream today. I was looking at Rayman Origins. So I put my finger on, and one thing that I noticed as I was looking at it is that Rayman has a design change at some point. I don't know what point it is, if it's Rayman 2 and 3, or if it's with... I think it might be with 2 and 3. But Rayman definitely looks different. It's like a different style between Origins and the original. I really like the style of Rayman in the original game. Like the character, really don't like the style of just the way the character looks. It's not as bad as the Rabbids, but anyway, I don't know. Let's bring up the game and we can all look at it together. We can all make a decision together. I don't know how you guys feel about Rayman. Those yellow, they're kind of like an amped up. Like the minions are also, they are kind of the same type of character. Like it's like that intentionally obnoxious character, like comic relief character aimed at kids. That's when something like is aimed at kids with like a certain sort of cynical kind of. I mean, it feels like cynical. Like maximum cynical would be like, you know, like Poochie from The Simpsons, you know, or that's a parody, of course, but you know, like when something feels like it's aimed at kids and it's like overly obnoxious, I feel like even as a kid, okay, I gotta, you know what? I can't capture this in full screen. Oh, Alt Enter doesn't work. Wait. But I can probably change the settings in here. I didn't bother to test the game. I figured it wouldn't be hard to stream. I just figured it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, you can just click window in here and that works, right? And I'll turn the resolution down as well. Let's put it like at, I don't know, 1280. 720. Just so that I can have the... Wait. Oh. Oh, my controller isn't working either. Be a lot of fun with Rayman Legends on Switch. Origins came before Legends. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, you got used to a keyboard now. Okay. Maybe I want to do like this. Oh, then it makes it like that, huh? Why does it become so much smaller? Oh, I haven't been capturing it either. Wait a second. And like I stopped getting sound. Should I do game capture? I usually just do window capture for everything. But it's a Steam game. Okay. All right. It's all right. We're going to figure it out real quick. So Mr. Leo did play it, and he said he had a lot of fun with it on Switch. I'm sure that... I'm just playing the Steam version. I suspect that there's not much difference between the versions, but it doesn't really matter to me anyway. Oh, okay. This is better. This will work. Unfortunately, it is, being a modern Steam game, it is widescreen, so I got to deal with the unfortunate for streaming proportions. Because I don't want to put, like, I don't, these days I would rather just play with the layout. I don't want to, like, put it like this and put my camera over it. I don't really like doing that anymore. I don't know. Just don't really like doing that. I'd rather have the window be like this and be shrunk. And have it, the real estate be weird. So do that. And I guess that's fine. So now I gotta try to figure out if I can get my controller to work. Control options. Huh. Ah, I can just do this. Okay. And then I've got to figure out why the music isn't working. Run. Let's see. Let's go with, like, R2. Jump. E button. Hit. Y button. Back. Backspace. I'll make that the A button. For a circle button. Oh, yeah. Always the Wii U Pro controller. Always got to use that. Now, why is there no sound? Is there sound? No, there's no sound. Okay. Why did the sound stop? Maybe I can just hit play and the sound will reactivate. Oh, okay. There's sound. All right. All right. It looks like we're good. I think we can just play. Anyone else play Rayman? Anyone else have any thoughts about Rayman? I would love to hear all your thoughts. Well, this is it. I'm going to officially try the newer Rayman games. And then if we have time, I don't know, depending on how much time I feel like putting into this, I would also like to check out the PS1 game at least. So I guess these games have kind of like a music theme. Maybe Rayman 1 did as well. I don't know. It kind of did. But these games, there's like, I don't know what it is, like sort of a music theme, like, or I don't know how to, like, interacting with things makes music happen, I guess. The art style is so different from the original Rayman game. I feel like the aesthetic, the art style is totally different. Like Rayman's design looks pretty different as well. Everything's like more angular. It reminds me of Flash animation, for like lack of a better description. It's got that like Flash animation, almost like Nickelodeon style or something like that. You know? And it seems more irreverent. Yeah, like Minions Maybe that's a good comparison. Like, it feels like more kind of in-your-face, obnoxious is the style they're going for. Ren and Stimpy? Yeah, like a little bit like that. Not as insane though. Like toned down, like very. It's kind of like it's almost like very toned down Ren and Stimpy. You played music as you ran through the level. Yeah, like almost like Rez style. It's an interesting concept. It's always interesting. I knew about that. I think that that's in both games. Alright, so we're in a cage. Oh my goodness. Exactly. It's like very family-friendly Ren and Stimpy. I mean, that's like the general aesthetic, I guess. But it also just reminds me of like Flash cartoons. Right. Wait, which button do I press? To interact with you? Up? Do I jump on you? I can swing. Anyway, oh, I guess we're done. Okay. I can go left or right. And run, I put run on R2. Let me see. Oh. Well, that's fine. Let's go on to the next thing. Let's do a level. Gibberish Jungle is the first stage. It's got like a didgeridoo theme. Okay, so this is a world. The jungle's a world. But like Rayman 1 starts in the jungle as well. I feel like Rayman 1 was more like a lush kind of fantasy jungle. Well, I mean, I guess this is too. So, is that Batilda the Fairy from the first game? Is she in all the games? I recognize that character. And these things are the equivalent of coins, I guess? And we're still probably looking for cages. I believe we're still looking for cages in this game, if I recall. But that just gives me, like the coin equivalent. I wonder if they're probably not as hidden in this game. In these games, I would imagine. I get the feeling these games are much more, quote, accessible, or whatever you want to call it. So, but I don't know, maybe they are. Maybe you don't need 100% to actually finish the game, either. You know, I don't know. I probably shouldn't, like, worry too much about it. They just play through normally. Our red one's, like, doubled. Oh, that puts you in the background. Do you have, like, Mega Man sliding in this? Wait a second. Oh, I don't have an attack yet, huh? Are you supposed to do that? I thought maybe something was wrong there. Okay, I rescued the fairy. I definitely way prefer the way she looks in her design from the first game, but I guess that's gonna kind of go for everything. Yay! They should have kept this the success sound effect from Rayman 1. That was the most obnoxious thing about Rayman 1. Like, Rayman 1 I don't really think of as... oh, now I can attack. I don't think of Rayman 1 as an obnoxious game. Think of it as more of kind of like a lush, beautiful game, but certain things are kind of like obnoxious about it. Mainly that sound effect is so out of control. It's like very funny though. No, I never played any of the Rayman games except for Rayman 1. What's the heart? An extra life? Everything feels very streamlined in this game. Like, it feels like the developers paid so much attention to making sure that, or at least, you know, in the first stage. Oh, you're touching those guys damages you, though. I wonder if you start right there. Oh, look, you do. But how many lives do I have, though, anyway? Oh, does this game not have lives? You know what? Can I find out? Wait a second. I want to die. Maybe this game doesn't have lives. Just some experimenting. Do I lose anything for dying? Go backwards. Okay. Oh, it's an opening level. But it's probably not going to suddenly have lives after the opening level, right? That'd be pretty weird. No, I was just, you know, it's not really surprising. I just was, wanted to confirm if that was the case. It's not really surprising that it doesn't have lives. I guess that'd be pretty standard for, like, a game from this era. Yeah. Which, you know, I'm not a fan of. It kind of removes a consideration of excitement towards, like, gameplay for really no game. I mean, some games maybe it works well for, but as a blanket thing. That's true. That is true. Well, you know, yeah. One thing that games can do is they can try to teach the player how to play. Which makes sense. I think that expecting all games to do that is kind of for the birds. It's kind of like it's a thing. It sort of became a thing that, like, is expected of all games. And I'm not a fan of that either. Yeah, I prefer, like, I think that, like, not all games, it's okay for games to sort of have a little bit of a barrier to entry as well. Or especially like a platformer. Like, this game is extremely simplistic. It's an extremely simplistic platformer. So, does it need to teach you how to play? It really doesn't. Or teach you about its mechanics. Maybe, like, I don't know. If it's going to do it, I would prefer, like, very, very subtle, if at all. But then again, I think it's actually pretty cool when games don't teach you how to play. They instead sort of, like, troll. Like, you learn about the mechanics through getting trolled. I think that's pretty cool, too. And a lot of times I prefer that. You know, because, you know, I'm a person who's experienced at playing games. I'm not a kid, you know? Yeah, well, if the game is aiming for young kids, that makes sense. But it doesn't really suit my tastes. It's just kind of unfortunate that that became like a blanket thing that's like expected, and a lot of people even label that as like good design. Whereas I think, you know, you should have different games for different sensibilities, different kind of people. Anyway, the first Rayman is like, in that regard, is much, much more made for me. Oh, they're called lums in this game. Just like they're all... I'm just going to assume that it has something to do with Urusei Yatsura. But they're not like alien girls wearing tiger stripe bikinis, though. At all. So what are these, like, coin collectibles? Like, what are these for? Like, do you still have to rescue all the dudes in this game? Does that have something to do with that? Or this is actually a power? Oh, it's just... Oh, they're just coins. I see. And what do coins... Coins can't give you extra lives, so what are coins for in this game? I don't know. I wonder what they're for. Anyway, you know, like... But, I mean, you know, it's not really... It just kind of depends. It's not such a bad thing, really. Like, if a game is doing... Like, if the game is trying to teach you how to play. Tutorial levels have become, like, very annoying in more modern style of games. That, games tend to, like, you know... I think that we generally feel that games tend to over-tutorialize a lot. And I certainly prefer games that don't do that. But as long as it doesn't last too long... You can, you know, we've all sort of, like, been conditioned to tolerate it, right? So you can just, you know, just put up with it. You know, you have to play through the boring, stupid tutorial level that seems unnecessary. It's just, like, that you'd have to tend to do with these newer games. Oh, yeah, I'm not sprinting. I forgot about the sprint button. Look, I got another whatever thingy. I don't really see the need to care about those. I don't understand why I should care about those too much. Because I don't know what they do. The game hasn't tutorialized that for me yet. Jumping on enemies seems more effective than using your punch so far. I don't think that worked in Rayman 1. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta text my wife. I mean, perhaps the coins things maybe have something to do with just like unlocking the cage things. Probably something to do with that, or something like that. What is that potion? Oh, just even more coins. Okay, whatever. So that's a cage. This doesn't seem like the kind of game where cages would be hidden. I don't really know that much about these games, except that they have sort of like a theme of being musical, I guess. And this, and like the art style change. Okay, so I did a stage. Also, I'm missing ones from there. Right? That's what that means. Or is that for like the... Oh, no, yeah, I am missing. I see. Oh, there's symbols there, like a rabbit, and one of them must be... It's sort of like a Mario 64 thing then. Like there's accomplishing different things. Like one of them is... There was coins? I've been calling them coins, but they're like... So it seems like maybe one of them is unlocked from getting a certain amount of coins. That's what the coins are for. It does unlock. It just unlocks a cage, maybe if you get 500 or something. And there's like one for time there, so maybe one is speed run, and then the other two could just be found somewhere. And this is unlocked by having a certain amount of pink guys. All right. So it's taking the concept of the cages from the first game, and it's kind of gamifying it more. They're more gamified. We don't really have... I don't, you know... I'm just kind of checking the game out right now, so I don't feel any need to collect all the things. It probably won't gate me based... Well, there is that... Whatever that thing was that was gating me based on the amount of pink guys, but it's probably not super important for playing through the game. This is just like a Mega Man wall jump. Uh-oh, he took my heart. So when you, like, attack things, they turn into balloons for some reason. Oh, okay. The game certainly, if it gates you, I bet it won't require much to move on. Yeah, exactly. It'll be, like, pretty simple to get. Oh, that potion fell down. The punching is, like, also, like, far easier now. Like, it's... Huh. It's good you could, like, do air combos as well. I'm guessing it's going to rarely make me do much repeating for death. I gotta be honest, they're singing really, You know what, the game, I'm kind of, I haven't played it yet, but this game kind of has like a Mario Wonder feel to it, with like all the singing, with like the little things in the background that like sing, and that's Mario Wonder is another game that I played a little bit, like my niece and nephew have it, and they like it. And it definitely seems like a Mario game that's more geared towards, like, actually more geared toward kids. And I have played a little bit of it, and, you know, there's parts of it that look genuinely cool, but then there's other parts of it that I really don't like. But this does seem like a really similar thing, with this sort of obnoxious singing things. The game definitely, there's no question the game feels polished and good to play. It does feel good to play. And The level design feels polished. It really feels polished. I would almost say it feels, like so far at least, it feels polished to a fault. To where it's the kind of like polished gameplay where you just get this sort of like malaise, like almost, because like everything is so predictable. For the, like, it's like, okay, yeah, it's like this is very much just a video game. Like, it's so standard. It's like, you know, yeah, it's doing this, it's doing this. All the things you would expect a platformer from this era to be doing. But what does it do different? I guess it has the music thing going on. Well, you know, games don't have to be different to be cool. They just have to be cool in some way. They have to appeal to whatever you like. Games don't need to be unique or different. It's not... I just like, mainly I like games that surprise me. Yeah. There's a lot of different things that... I mean, I like games where the first thing is aesthetics are a big deal, especially music, but also art, like art and music. If the art and music are good enough, that will support the game. Like, I'll play anything. If I think if I like the aesthetics enough, if I think it's cool enough, then that's all a game needs, really. But then aside from that, you know, the main thing that when it comes to gameplay, I don't really agree with people that say that, like, gameplay is king. I think that's kind of bullshit. Gameplay is definitely not king. Like, aesthetics matter so much. Like, games are sort of, you know, there are a lot of things, but as, like, an experience thing that you go through, these aesthetics are, like, such a huge part of it alone. But, so when it comes to gameplay, you know, it can be very rote, it can be very predictable or rote, or it could be whatever. It could be like rough, it could be unpolished. As long as there's something about the game that like keeps you going, then you learn to play it and you like sort of wrap your head around it and you get into it, I think is the bottom line. But I do appreciate games that are interesting, different, that surprise me with the gameplay, that, you know, have good level, you know, good level design. All that stuff can make up for, like, maybe a game that, like, where the aesthetics aren't, you know, they're not that great. You know, one thing can make up for the other. There's games with, like, so many different elements. I don't think, you know, yeah. I feel like some people are a little too specific with what they want out of game design. They've got really specific... I mean, there are definitely things I like about game design and I think I don't, but... And, you know, I have opinions, but... The weak game design can always be made up for with, like, good aesthetics, or like, just... Or just, you know, something else about the game could be interesting. Wait a second. How do I pause? How do I pause the game? Escape? Shark. Hold on a second. I always like to take a second to say something to my listener, Shark. Shark, I would never hit you. You know, sometimes, you know that guy TMR, he said, like, hit the stupid shark. You may be aware of that. But I don't think you're stupid. You're smart. And that's why I would never hit you. I just want you to know that. Oh, I'll play more of the game more now. My Mega Man wall jumps. Good shot. It should. You want to say vibe? What? No, I actually wasn't thinking of that at all. I wasn't thinking of that at all. Um, you could say, like, I mean, if I would, I'm not opposed to saying vibe. I've always wanted to like that word. The way that it's one of those words that, like, I feel like the way that, like, that's sort of like the new way of using it is like people want me to not like it, but I want to like it. It's I don't what annoys me the most is when people like do that thing where they're like they do it with the word vibe and they do it with the word mood. They go like vibe, mood. I find that super annoying. But you could both words just mean feeling, and you could just say feeling, and so it's not a problem. I would normally default to feeling. Like, this game has such and such a feeling. But that's not even it, though. What I was trying to talk about before is, like, how... Yeah, just, like, games are made up of various things, but, like, aesthetic... Like, to me, I think to a lot of people... People maybe don't have the language to talk about this because of just how limited, like, gamer language is. But to a lot of people, I think aesthetics are really important as well. The problem is that when it comes to, like, video games, that word graphics has really kind of, like, the default for talking about visuals is graphics, but graphics is also a word that has a connotation of talking about, like, realism and, you know, from a technology aspect. But graphics just means visuals. And, you know, it says something that the word that originally really just meant visuals sort of became known as the word for talking about, like, from a technology aspect, because that's sort of like... That's just, like, the thing with games. Like... Oh, I'm here. Like, games have always been, like, very... Oh, vibe check. Oh, vibe check, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like... It's kind of stupid. Vibe check. But it's kind of stupid, but I don't necessarily, like... It's not the thing I hate the most, I guess. Oh, epic. That's true. I mean, a lot of... I don't know. I think... Maybe it's just because, like, I'm older and I'm less welcoming to the change or something like that. But there's some kinds of slang that I respond to more, and some kinds of slang that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. But I think in general, I feel like people... There's more slang. Like, people... I feel like more slang, just in general, like, has embedded itself into language more. Like, people talk almost like in code. But I mean, you know, I guess it's like, it's always kind of that way. Like, is it something that's, like, stronger now? Or, like, if you go back in time, is it the same thing? You just don't realize it, you know? Like a certain thing. We know, you can just say feeling. It's the same thing. Vibe is... I mean, vibe is not a bad word to use. I always, like... To me, though, like, the way I like the word vibe is... I always go back to, like... Cyndi Lauper and the movie Vibes, and because, like, the movie Vibes was, like, about, like, the two, like, Cyndi Lauper and I think it was Jeff Goldblum were psychics, and so, like, vibe back in the old days, which I guess would mean the 80s, had this connotation of, like, it didn't just like, it meant something different. It sort of meant like it had like almost like a psychic vibration kind of connotation. Like something in the air, something like ethereal, you know, I had this like, you know, but you also might have heard it just like, dude, bad vibes, dude. Yeah, you might have, I feel like surfers would maybe say it, or, you know. Well, that's exactly right, Mr. Leo. But subjective doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that, like, everything, like, everything isn't, you know, you can still have feelings. Feelings, you can have, I mean, in the first place, subjective means feelings, basically. So if you're talking about how you feel, like liking some words and not liking words, that is, by definition, talking, like, from a subjective framing. All language is subjective. But you can certainly have opinions. Like, and also, keep in mind, opinions are, by definition, subjective. Like, all opinions are subjective. So having any opinion about language is subjective. It's appropriate to have opinions. It's not, you know, I mean, I think that people talking about, like, what language they like and what language they don't is very appropriate. I don't think that's something that people get wrong. If anything, like, the whole confusion between objective and subjective mainly comes from people that are just essentially trying to, like, flatten. They're trying to just essentially cheat and use words to, like, cheat and flatten your opinion, or, like, it's like they're using it as, like, an attack. It's like it's a cheap way to, like, attack other people and to try to make themselves seem authoritative. You know, like, when people are like, you know, like, it's funny when people will be like, "Oh, that's just your opinion, man," and, like, you never, you know, yeah, of course it's your opinion. It's different, but you wouldn't resent someone's opinion if it was, like, the same as yours. You'd only say it if it was different, right? Or, like, when you're like, "Man, this game is bad," and they're like, "Well, look, it's not objectively bad. That's just that's your subjective opinion." Then they have to, like, stress that that's subjective. They then decide to assume that you meant that objectively, so that they have a way to, like, attack. They have something to, like, you know, but, you know, they would never say that if they agreed with your opinion. I really like this game that you also like. Well, that's just your subjective opinion. Stop thinking that the opinion we share is, you know, I mean, it's, yeah, you know, like, it's all like word games anyway, but, I mean, you know, not to get off too much of a tangent. It's all word games. It's totally, Mr. Leo, you're here to distract me. That's your job. A shady person has bad vibes. I like that use of the word vibes. And yeah, so, I mean, it is subjective, but yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like, I feel mixed about the word vibes. It's just the way, I don't know. Yeah. Well, you know, like, what I want to do is, anytime somebody, like, reacts like that, and I tend to just not hang out around people that, like, sort of have that type style of language. But but I've heard it, like, conventions especially, because you hear, like, a lot of that sort of lingo. Like, it's more, but, and, like, if someone reacts to something and they're like, "Oh, mood," or "vibe," I always want to ask him, like, "Okay, what mood? What vibe? What do you mean?" "Oh, it's a mood." "Oh man, I love this. I love this t-shirt. It's really a mood." "What mood?" I don't know. What about that, like, bugs me? It just seems vapid, I guess. I don't know. It seems kind of pretentious and vapid. I don't know. But, like, you know what? Like I was saying before, getting back to what I was saying before for a second, I think that I still feel like people are more lingo heavy. Like, it's just, or jargon. Like, I feel like it's just, like, all the different jargon, like, people talking entirely in jargon, you know? "Let's go, bro!" Like, literally, you know, like, when entire sentences start to be composed out of, I don't know, like, did we always talk that way? Did Beavis and Butthead talk that way? Did they talk that way in the 70s? They said dynamite. But I feel like it was, I don't know. I just feel like, the older cultures, I just feel like, you know, when you go back and you, like, watch an older movie from, like, whatever decade you want to pick, I feel like it's just not as jargon heavy as it is now. I don't know. That's the vibe I have, but it could be wrong. Man, this game can so easily be played on just pure autopilot. And that would not be a problem. Like, gameplay-wise, this game is really non-engaging so far, but I realize it's the early levels. Of course, you know, Rayman 1 from the beginning is, you know, for some people it's like the opposite. It's too engaging, if you want to put it that way, but it's engaging from the beginning, you know. And most video game, Rayman is like a super hard PS1 game, and most video games from that era would tend to be more like engaging from the beginning. This game's kind of like, it's such a like overly polished autopilot game. But again, you know what games are also like that? Kirby games, and I like them anyway. Like Kirby games are kind of like that too. But I think the difference, but the other problem though is like, see, when a game is like that, I think it needs to be carried by either aesthetics or story, or maybe like setting or theme. Those are like those are the main things that I would think. Like, if a game is not really interesting from a gameplay perspective, or not, if there's not something about it like from a gameplay perspective that's like cool or engaging, you can make up for it another way. But does this game do that? Does it make up for it with aesthetics? Not yet. I don't really like the music in this area at all. And then we could also talk about the art style too. Oh, it's like the water is like kind of like a little bit like a Sonic thing. There's a lot of mechanics though. There's so many like game platform mechanics in here. Well, there was a hidden thing. It's pretty darn easy. That was it. I probably missed some of these, but I've also been playing very autopilot. Oh yeah, you can clearly see what enemies you need to kill. It's very, very heavily explained. I kind of like that the air combo. It doesn't feel like Rayman 1. It almost feels like a weird thing to have stuck in here, but it's like Kingdom Hearts mechanics. But you can use this air combo to like enhance your jump. It is pretty fun. You're mostly okay with modern slang? Yeah, I tend to just. I don't. There's some of it. Generally, I don't like it. I guess I'll say that. Generally, I don't care. It's one of the things that makes me want to sort of default to just consuming older media. Oh, you have to go this way. I see. Well, it's clear on like which platforms you can lash onto, which you can't, but it doesn't really matter. Je ne sais quoi. That's true. But like I said again, I'm totally fine. Let him cook. There you go. That's another one. Like cook. That's another one. Guys, just like spit them all out. How many can you think of? Like modern jargon, lingo, things that people say. That's another one that I always found like another one that I find weird as well is chef's kiss, because it's so specific. People have always like had phrases and expressions that they would say a lot. Giving, like this is giving when comparing something to something else. This is giving X vibes. Yeah, I definitely noticed that. Or I guess they might say feeling as well. Like they would usually say, would it be vibes usually with that, or maybe they would say skibbity, right? I mean, there's that stuff as well, the skibbity toilet stuff as well, which and 6-7. You know what's? I think also when it comes to certain things, I think my niece and nephew influenced me to like the certain things that my niece and nephew get into like make me they soften me on those certain things. So like I've been softened on 6-7. Like I actually to the point where like if someone says 6-7, I find it amusing. It doesn't bother. Like honestly, like the skibbity stuff, and so like another one that is from the skibbity school, if you want to call that, is like Italian brain rot. I just don't know exactly what that is, but from what I understand, and I think this is the case with 6-7 as well, it all just comes from like just videos that got popular. It's just memes. It's just memes that like were popularized by probably like streamers saying them or something or whatever. Just memes online, and I think 6-7, skibbity, Italian brain rot is I don't exactly remember what that is, but it's just like, it's some sort of style of like videos that people make where it's like really specific though, but it's just essentially just people singing really dumb lyrics, more or less. Have you guys ever heard of Italian brain rot? It's such a weird specific thing. 6-7 though, it's ironically, with as much of this stuff making me, like, annoying me, like, that actually doesn't annoy me. I think it's, probably you could credit it to just the fact that, like, my niece and nephew have kind of softened me on it, but... And then, like, another one that was popular for, like, about 5 seconds, like, people saying chicken jockey. So this stupid Minecraft movie. I tried to watch that Minecraft movie, and I did get brain rot. I don't know what tongue sahur is. It's all just like slang. It's all just like, what's the latest thing? What's the latest thing people are saying? I want to make sure I'm using the vernacular, the language, the slang that everyone else is using so I can be cool and people will like me. Which I guess, you know, it's always been. People saying tubular, dynamite. People, like, imitating Bart Simpson, like, don't have a cow, man. Still, though, I don't know. Yeah, I still feel like there's a difference with internet culture to where... Oh, am I buying stuff here? I don't know what the fuck. These are from the pink things? Okay. Wait. Or no? I'm not? Spending... Oh, I'm turning into different guys? Is that what's going on? Wait. What even is this? Oh, so I can't do these because they cost 15. No, I can do them. Oh, I don't understand them. Oh, this particular one costs 15. What is it again? Whatever. Can I be a cloud of gas? No, that must be obscured. Yeah, when it comes to Jack Black, it's not... Jack Black's not the issue with Minecraft. Like, Jack Black, he's just been Eddie Murphy'd. You know, like, Eddie Murphy was, like, so cutting edge and so cool. I mean, I have Eddie Murphy on the brain because I was going back and watching Eddie Murphy stuff and loving it because I had forgotten, like, Eddie Murphy is, like, one of my favorite dudes when I was growing up. One of the fun... I love Jack Black as well. At a certain point, Eddie Murphy basically, for lack of... I mean, it's a pretty apt. He sold out, and he, like, started making stuff for kids, and he lost all his comedic edge, right? Basically. You know? Maybe that's unfair, but fuck it. Let's just say that. Jack Black has just gotten to that point now, right? You know? I don't know. Maybe does he still do cool stuff? Maybe, but he's at the selling out point. You know, we all know it. So... older Jack Black rules. Jack Black ruled for a long time. I still like Tenacious D is amazing. One of the... Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I'm not that specific with it, Shark. I see. I don't know. Did I really want to be this character? I don't think I wanted to be this character. But it doesn't really matter anyway, does it? What is this, the boss? Oh, so now I'm in tentacles. Also, wait a second. Is this like the... Is this gonna be... Is this a different theme now? Like, is this music, or what is the theme here? I kind of hate their song. This is probably a good time to state what I'm feeling right now. In regards to the music in this game, I have to say, I kind of actively dislike it. Like, all of it. It's very... from my point of view, the music in this game is, like, kind of anti-game music. Like, it doesn't do what Rayman 1 did, like, a really good job of, which is, like, to have a sort of game music feeling. And like there's I don't know, we were doing the music stream recently and I was sort of identifying certain things like feelings. I'll use the word feelings. You could say vibes in this case. Like certain things about like feelings that what I feel is the good game music tends to have. Like good game music should basically have sort of a dramatic feeling. It should be sort of emotionally rich. Like it should make you feel like you're going. It should be fun. It shouldn't be too like depressing unless that's appropriate to like the scene. It's almost, even if a game is depressing like Dark Souls, it's almost never appropriate to have wall-to-wall depressing music. Almost never. Like, you know. But certainly a game like a game that's like supposed to be fun, like a platformer, definitely shouldn't have depressing music. But melancholy and like whimsy are really, really good things for platformers, for any game that like this game seems like it should be. The first Rayman, I would say, is like very whimsical with its presentation. Like it's going for whimsical, it's going for like, it's got like a really, like the music and the presentation is like a very mysterious feeling to it. Like you feel like you're in a mysterious, what's going on here? What happened? Oh, I just got flattened by that, is that all? Wait, what is this? Wait, ride this guy? Oh, it's a shmup? Is it a shmup now? Or is this like a aerial dodging thing? I know, I could talk endlessly about game music. So, yeah, I don't know, like things that I'm looking for in like game music, like dramaticness. Like the first stage should have a first stage sound, like a feeling of adventure. For a platformer like this, it depends on the style of the game, but some sort of feeling of like whimsy, mystery, intrigue, suspense. No, I don't know. How about this song here? Now this song here actually sounds almost like Sorcerer's Apprentice, man, like kind of classical. It's like a very classical music. But and I feel like it's now it's like kind of doing a waltz thing. This is definitely not inappropriate to what's happening on the screen. But I don't really care for it because it's just like it's a little bit too fancy or whatever. Like it's without like actually having like any sort of like sense of adventure to it. Like this doesn't. There's nothing really adventurous, but this is more like people doing a fancy dance in the street, you know, which is not inappropriate, but and like honestly, like as long as that's complemented by music that has a feeling of adventure, it's totally fine. But that this game hasn't had that yet. There's been no music that conveys any sense of adventure or drama, I feel like, whatsoever. And there's also like it's been a total lack of like feeling of like mystery or intrigue or really suspense. Like all the things that I like just named that I like in game music, I feel like it's not present in this soundtrack at all. I don't like the music in the first stage is more of like a weird ambient thing with like the didgeridoo. It's like comedic ambient, maybe. And whatever it's trying to go for, I don't like it. For me, it's like kind of a turnoff. You could like probably dissect it more, but dude, so like that music stops and then you're kind of going back to ambient now. Like just like drums or I guess they'll collect all the stupid things. Oh, I took a hit. Does that affect the music? It would be cool. No, that's just the boss, I see. Oh, I forgot I could do something. Oh, you can spit it out. Okay, so this has a Kirby mechanic. This is a Kirby mechanic. I see. Oh, you can shoot bullets. Oh, I didn't realize you could shoot bullets. It's actually a shmup. I mean, you don't need to shoot bullets. There's no need to shoot bullets to play through this scene. But you can if you want to. Seems more effective to shoot the bombs at him. Yes, this is a shmup. It's very, very casual. This game is very, very casual so far. Like, extremely casual. Like, this is a game you just play on autopilot. Like, this seems... I don't know, it probably does. I'm sure there's challenge stages later on. Or maybe, like, extra stuff you can do. But I don't really like... This kind of applies to the more modern Nintendo games as well. I don't really like games that have challenge, but it's, like, pushed to the margins. To, like, keep it out of the way. So, like, the main game is, like, very casual, accessible, and then you sort of have some challenge stages on the margins. I'm not, you know... It's not... So, was... Oh, that was the boss of that stage. I see. And now we're going... Wait, is there, like, a different... There's, like, a... now we get a desert. We get the second biome. The desert. Maybe I like the second biome better. Man, I need to change back to Rayman. I didn't... Why am I this dude? You know what? Actually, I don't like the... There's another thing I have to say. I really don't like Rayman's design in this game. I'm not sure about Rayman 2 or 3. I'm not sure at what point his design changed. But... Maybe I should change back. Can I exit the stage? How do I get back to, like, where you... Is there... Maybe if I do this and something... Yeah, I do want to quit. How do I change back to Rayman? Just so I can talk about his, like, appearance. Oh, this is still the desert, I guess? I have to go back and find that stage where I changed. Whatever this thing is, it's not really better. Is it this one? These little loading stages here are interesting. Is it this one? No, I don't think so. I was Rayman when I came through here, wasn't I? It must be the next one. I don't want to be this idiot anymore. I'm gonna be Rayman even though he sucks in this game. Is he just in this, the boss stage? Is this? I don't know how to change back now. Does anybody know how to change back? Games and VHS, what's up? I'm trying to play new Rayman. I don't think it was... I was this guy when I came through here, so it must have been before this. Trying to figure out how to change back to Rayman. Maybe it was before that other one. Maybe it was this one? Games on VHS, how are you doing today? I think it was this one? I just want to not be this weird little guy anymore. Was it in the middle of a stage? Was I Rayman when I went through here? I think I was. What's going on, guys? How do I get back to Rayman? From the menu. Options? How's it going? It's going alright. I'm just trying out a new Rayman game to see how I like it. I guess it must have been this stage. No, it's not really new. As you can, it's 2011. I don't think there has been a new Rayman game in the main series since 2013. Rayman Legends. I think that was the last one, like last non-spin-off game in the Rayman series. This is like Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins are like the new Rayman games, like in the new style, where they went back to 2D, but it's like this new art style. Maybe it was this stage. Let's go through it again. That's the only one you liked? That's the one you tried? You liked it, Legends? Yeah, I don't know if I would actually like Legends better than this game. I don't really care for... So far, I don't know. I'm not really finding a lot to like with this game, Origins. You know, it definitely seems like a game that some people would like, because it's a very standard platformer and you can play through it very easily. And there's like level design that has variety and you're like doing stuff and there's stuff happening in the stages. The problem is I kind of hate the aesthetics and the game is not engaging my brain in any way. So it's like the double punch of dislike. I don't know. I mean, I do have discerning tastes, but it's largely an aesthetic thing. I don't know. Like, do you like the... I think this game looks pretty similar to... Or like, does you find that... I really dislike the soundtrack in this game so far. And I don't like the visuals either. I want to change back to Rayman so we can... So we can see... Maybe if I just quit out of the game, it'll default back to Rayman. Hopefully. Oh, dude, how do I go back to Rayman? I'm gonna look it up. Damn. Maybe I should just start playing Legends. Okay. Yeah. I don't like the aesthetic. I don't like the way Rayman looks. I don't like the way the characters look. I don't like the art style. It's just like the style of animation and like the way that the way everything looks obnoxious and very, very silly. It like really leans hard and like that sort of like kitty, obnoxious, in your face. Someone kind of compared it to like the Minions, which I guess is sort of like that. Like, oh, yeah, and someone else said like Ren and Stimpy, but for kids, you know, something like that. You know, the flash animation look. I hate Rayman's design, I have to say. I don't know, whatever. I might as well just keep going. Or maybe we should just play Rayman Legends. So I guess you have to get farther in the game. Rayman Legends is the one that everyone likes anyway. People don't really talk about Origins. Let's just play Legends. Let's just switch to Legends. I don't really find much of anything to like about Origins. Perhaps here, let's just look at a little bit more of it on YouTube. It seems bland is a word you could definitely use for it. Like it probably gets a little bit more interesting later, but it's so mindless. It's so rote, it's so predictable, it's so mindless, and the aesthetics, it just depends on your taste, but for me, the music and the visuals are like a total turnoff, and I just don't like them. I mean, you know, the hand-painted backgrounds look fine. I don't think they're that amazing looking, but some of them look like in the beginning. I actually thought in the beginning of the jungle here, when you first start off, I was like, oh, this looks kind of nice. It looks kind of nice. Like this jungle is like the best looking thing on here so far, but at the same time, it's like it's still that got that kind of. I don't know, like it's not pixel graphics. It's like it's painted. It's like painted graphics, and it's nice enough, but it also like has this sort of smeared look to it that I find a little unpeeling. And then the other places, like this is the yeah. See, this looks pretty cool, but it doesn't like look that exciting either. Like the music is a little, the music's like a little bit less annoying here, but still doesn't seem like really good game music. And yeah, like I don't know, man. I just don't like the way Rayman works. The character, like, one of the big problems with this game for me is like I don't want to play as this character. The way he's constantly smiling makes me unhappy. He looks too happy. I hate that musical little tune there. It's super annoying. That it's just like a mechanic, and then you get the thing, and you can, then the things turn red, and you like collect the things. You know, it's kind of just like the P-switch equivalent. That's fine. I don't like the song is all. I guess it's kind of got like, it is doing that like paper doll thing that Vanillaware does, where everything is like sort of hand-painted visuals, and to animate a lot of things, it's either like flash animation or things kind of stretch a lot. There's a lot of stretching, which I tend to not like that unless it's extremely artistic like Vanillaware. But generally, like, I don't like that. Yeah, I just don't like the art style. I don't like the music. I don't really like anything about this game. You can walk on walls. They've got a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of level design. But oh, you know, another thing also, like it also does that thing I wouldn't really notice before, but it kind of does that thing where the character is too small on the screen as well. All the other things that annoy me about the game made me forget about that. But that's another thing that kind of subtly disconnects me from whatever I'm playing. Like the character is just too small. It's like another subtle thing that kind of makes the game not look... It does zoom in sometimes, but even then it's like too small. I don't like this. I don't like it. I just don't like that. I don't like anything about it. Keep in mind, I'm only rating based on my taste, like how I feel. All the ratings are just based on my tastes. And, you know, like, based on my tastes, it's this. It has to be this. It's the only way for me to rate it. That's just based on my tastes. I'll do the, thing. Oh, yeah, it was kind of, it should be more like here. Like that. But let's try Rayman Legends and see if maybe I like that better. All right. Rayman Legends. I think this is probably a better one to check out anyway, because it seems like this is the one everyone actually played. People didn't really play Origins. They more so played Legends. This is the one that people also always say is like good. Who just said it? Was it Games on VHS? Yeah, Games on VHS says that's the only one he tried, and he liked it. Mr. Leo, I believe, also said this is the only one he played and he liked it. Ubisoft Connect. What is that? I don't want that. I just closed it. Did I need that? Wait. Oh, what? Uh-oh. Ubisoft Connect. Log in. Why do I need to use Ubisoft Connect? Oh my god. Wait a second. Can I avoid this? Can I play Rayman Legends on Steam without using Ubisoft Connect? It requires Ubisoft Connect to be installed, logged in, and running to play? Oh. Oh. No. I don't want to install Ubisoft Connect for this fucking game. Oh, no. I'm trying to see if I can play Rayman Legends, Mr. Leo, and it requires, this is what's happened. It requires this. Apparently this is required to play Rayman Legends. I have to install Ubisoft Connect. All right, I'll create. Yeah. Don't do it, not worth it. So is this a new thing? When you played this, you didn't have to do it. You played on Switch, though. I just looked at it. I asked Google. It says you have to, there's no way to get around this. Hold on, maybe Google doesn't know. Let me look. It's from 11 months ago. Just completed Rayman Origins on Steam. Doesn't require the Ubisoft launcher. I'm not sure why Rayman Legends does. Try GOG. Not sure about Legends. You can also get the Black Pearl. Legends isn't on GOG. You get to find it in other places. It's worth installing the launcher for. Oh. That's what I thought. Let's do this, though. Let's just look at footage of Rayman Legends. I mean, we all know it's going to play exactly the same, right? So the only thing that matters really is the footage, and I believe it probably is really similar. But let's just check it out, and I'll make a decision. All right, so the first area is Teensies in Trouble. This is cool. You play as a frog. Is this like DLC or is this... Oh, then you play as Rayman, I see. Is this the first area? It seems weird. So you start out playing as Rayman. Let me just see if it like kind of feels like it starts better. I really didn't like the first stage in Origins. I really didn't like the presentation of music of that stage. Aside from the forest graphics looking decent. Oh, that's cool, Miss Leo. Oh, this is a bonus stage? I didn't know if there were bonus stages in Origins. Dude, maybe this is another good... Yeah, it's the same Rayman design as in Origins, I think. So let's just talk about the design real quick. Here, let me just pull up some footage of Rayman 1. Uh-oh, why is Discord open? It should be closed. All right. You guys want to watch footage of people making giant vats of food in Pakistan? This is good. Wait, not this one. This one. I think. His design is so different in the original Rayman. Like, I don't know, let's just look at the... I don't know, I need to, like, just confirm. Pull my own playthrough, that's right. This seems... Is this PS1? It looks weird. Like it's blurred or something. Could have some kind of filter over it. I should pull up my own... Dude, I should pull up my own playthrough. Probably be better than what we just saw. And just do everything perfectly. Using good old using. Oh man, it looks way better. I don't know what that guy was doing, but this looks way better. Okay. Let me just get the monitor capture to be a little bit better here. Oh shoot! Like I'm messing it up for when I go back to the Google document, but oh well. This is probably good enough. You don't need to see my stupid head. Yeah, look at his design. His design in the original Rayman is so cute. It's so cute and appealing. This is a French design game here, but like it looks like it could be by a Japanese developer because it's so... Everything in this game is so beautiful. Like, everything is presented so beautifully, you know? Art games in VHS. I just love the way... I love the way Rayman himself looks. I mean, he looks happy without being obnoxious. There's no obnoxiousness here. The game in general is not really... it has some, like, you know, kind of silly humor, of course. Like these checkpoint signs, but it's more... It's not as abrasive, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Compared to, like, this. They gave him a more pointy nose for some reason. They gave him, like, the kind of crazy eyes. And he's, like, he's got that gigantic smile. He's always smiling. I mean, it's the same basic character, but he looks so different in this versus this. I really just don't like this. I like how he looks. I like the like really subtle like the first level music to the fourth music. I mean, the fact that this is pixel art is also more appealing to like my sensibility, but even if this was HD, I think I would still much prefer this style. He's so much more angular. He's like so much more edgy here. He's so much more... Ugh. Like now I really... Like what is that expression he's always... Why does he always look like he's so excited? He's too excited. Like he's a weirdo. This Rayman is like... Something's wrong with him. Oh, then you switch and play as this idiot. But I mean, I don't like the design of the characters. He is unhinged. Yeah, that's like, you could put it that way. He's definitely unhinged. Like, the whole art style in general is unhinged. I think that's why, like, Gizmo... I think it was Gizmo. He said, like, it kind of reminded him of, like, Ren and Stimpy. It's got the kind of Ren and Stimpy unhinged feeling to it. But I like Ren and Stimpy more as well, though. I guess. I don't know. I was never super into Ren and Stimpy. Man, I just really don't like the music either. The visual style also is... The best thing about this game is probably the backgrounds. And they look fine, but I still don't really love the way the backgrounds look. Actually, I think maybe the backgrounds look better in the first game. A little bit too much random colors everywhere. Say, Xiaozi, what's up? I was gonna try to play this, says Xiaozu, but Rayman Legends has got some kind of crazed DRM. You like, I don't remember when hopefully I paid only a couple dollars for it on Steam. I'm never gonna play it because to actually play it, you then have to go to you have to sign up for Ubisoft's special DRM site. I don't want to do it. I was able to play Origins okay. I can't play Legends, so we're just taking a look at it. You having a bit of fun? I was just playing some Origins and I really didn't like it. Yeah, I don't want to do that for this game. I know this game really rubs me the wrong way. I hope you're not offended, but I kind of hate everything about these games. The backgrounds look technically nice here. They're proficient. I don't know about the use of color is a little bit out of control. It's a little bit too much. Even relative to the first game here. But at least the backgrounds are the best thing. I just hate the character designs. I hate the style of the music too. I also don't really care for the game design because I don't know how it is in this game. It looks pretty much similar to this is. I like that this is kind of like an auto scroller thing, except it seems like it. It seems like if you no, I don't know. It seems like it stops for you if you get stuck. It doesn't. It seems like the game design sensibility of this is. It seems very modern platformer in the sense that it's to me I would describe the game design of these games as automated. You know, it stopped. I thought you would die. Yeah, so it's it's fake. One of the game design techniques of more modern games is fake difficulty. Where it wants you to feel like there's some kind of sense of danger, but it's fake. Because they don't actually want to kill you. They don't want to set you back. Because they don't want to further... Modern games... I think this has changed a little bit recently. But for a long while, it was games are really, really afraid to frustrate you. Maybe especially in the 2010s. I don't know. I feel like the advent of the popularity of Souls games has changed that a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. And indie games have sort of started to readopt more difficulty in certain ways. But this game... Oh, you're playing as the fairy from the first game. I don't know. I just want to see all the stages, I guess. I guess I'm not going to get to play this. I'm definitely not going to just buy it on another platform. I could emulate it, I guess, on Rayman Legends. I could emulate it. But maybe I don't really need to play it. GBA? What is the Rayman game on G... Is that is that one of the 3D ones? Is that a port of Rayman 2? Are you talking about one of the spin-offs? Because a million Rayman spin-offs. But there's 5 games in the main series. There's Rayman 1, 2, and 3, and then there's these 2 games, Legends and Origins. There's 3 of them. Remake of the Super... There's no Super Nintendo Rayman game. The original Rayman game was for PS1, Saturn, Jaguar, and PC. But I think the lead platform was... I thought it was PS1. Somebody told me that it was maybe Jaguar. But I still think maybe it's... I don't know. Anyway, it was for all... It's yeah, it's PS1 originally. I don't know. Again, I mean, to simplify it, there's a lot of things about games that can be interesting or cool. I'm not one of those people that's super strict on gameplay. where, like, if the game doesn't play exactly how I want to play it, I write it off. I'm not really like that. There's two things it can do to win me over, basically. To put it simply, to, like, boil it down, it's real simple. Number one, either I've got to like the aesthetics, I got to like the art and music. Sometimes just, if the music's good enough, sometimes that's enough as well. Like, we just played March and Maze the other day, and the music wasn't super amazing, but, like, the overall aesthetics, like, I love the isometric look. I love the look of the game, I love the concept, the theme. I love that it's an Alice in Wonderland game. I love that it's isometric, that it's isometric platforming. And the music's pretty cool as well. Like, everything works together, like, aesthetically. Aesthetically, the game is in the pocket, where it's cool enough that I want to play it. And then, the gameplay also has its strengths as well. Has to be like Weird Dreams. Weird Dreams is aesthetically really cool. Nah, dude. Like, Weird Dreams on aesthetics alone. Gameplay-wise, it's really disadvantages. But I do like what it's doing in principle. Like, okay, like, Weird Dreams also, there's a bunch of things with Weird Dreams, because I also really like it thematically. I like I love the concept. I love the theme. I love the idea of, like, sort of a nightmare world. I love surrealism in games. I love horror. I love, like, weird nightmarish settings. So it's like in the pocket. It's got so many things, like, aesthetically that I like. I also like the music and the present. The pixel art's really good. It's just impossible to play. It's just impossible to play the game normally. But it's a game that I really want to like so much, you know what I mean? Because it's, like, so much of what I like. So, to boil it down again, either the game could be really good aesthetically, like music and art, basically. Also, like, theme and setting and, like, maybe story as well. Or, it could be not so... It could be really interesting gameplay-wise. I feel like these Rayman games are... I hate the aesthetics... So it's completely wrong for me, number one. And the gameplay is doing nothing to make up for it. It's getting... But there, in fact, like, the setting... Like, it's not... I don't like the concept. I don't like the setting. I like the Rayman... Like, the Rayman concept from PS1 is fine, but it's not really why I like the game. Like, the concept of Rayman is not what's interesting. I like that there's worlds that are based on weird stuff, like, there's a stationary world, that's cool, there's a band world. It's got some interesting themes for the worlds, like, that's kind of cool. But it's really just, like, the visuals. Like, the presentation and the music is so beautiful. It's so aesthetically beautiful. It's like, this is like the perfect aesthetics for a platformer. It is, dude, yeah, I was gonna say that. The aesthetics of this game reminds me of Battletoads 2020. And to me, that's a really bad thing. I don't think we have many fans of the new Battletoads in the retro community. I mean, to be fair, this is not as bad. Battletoads 2020, the aesthetics are, like, extremely bad. And more so, not only that I hate the style, but it also spits in the face of the original game. It's almost like a Devil May Cry DMC thing, kind of thing. Or Demon's Souls remake. Like, it's... Whoever made that game is, like, actively spitting in the face. Like, they don't give a shit about the original game. In fact, they actively want to do something that, like, spits in the original game. Like, it, you know, it's probably made by people that don't like the original game. It feels like that. You know what I mean? This is not like that. It's not that bad. It's just a turnoff. I just don't like the style. But the gameplay is, it's just so, it is a lot like, I don't know, it reminds me of Mario Wonder in that it's like, it's doing a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of variety in the stage design, but it's too predictable. It's too mindless. It's too predictable. It's too, you know, it's for kids. It just feels like it's for kids. So there's just nothing there to really engage me. It needed to rely on visuals and music and presentation. But I hate that. So, there's no different. Like, this is the same. I like this, though, kind of. Is there, like, one music track in the game that I like? Let's try to find out. This is like passable, but I don't. I mean, I don't really like it much. Let's look for like one music track that I like in the game. Oh, this is the same music. It's kind of got like a, what is that? Like Fly to the Bumblebee thing going. I feel like this is also like the soundtrack style. It's a soundtrack that specifically feels like it's made for a cartoon for kids. And maybe that's also, like, it has that feel. Like, the developers are, or whoever made the soundtrack is like, okay, this is for little kids. It's fun. It's trying to be fun. But it's like a type of style of fun that's annoying to me. I could go on and on. I probably shouldn't go on and on about why I don't like you get the point, right? I don't know. I need to try the other Bionic Commando game sometime. Strider. You mean like the Strider that's like kind of Metroid style? Metroid-like? Like that one? Not the... Wait. Oh, no. Not the new... Wait, was there a new Strider game? No. Strider. Yeah, the Strider that... There was a Strider that came out in, like... Was that 2014? There hasn't been a new Strider. There's a new Shinobi. There's a new Ninja Gaiden. There hasn't been a new Strider since then, has there? I don't think so. Or was there? I don't like the look of that new Shinobi either. The Ninja Gaiden looks better, but I like watch that and the visuals actually look really nice, but I don't know about the music. The new Shinobi looks bad to me. Oh, I see. Those are games I'm not super interested, like, I'm not really that interested in those. I don't know about the Shinobi. The Strider game you're talking about, I don't know if I would like that or not. I don't really know. I have looked at it before. I remember feeling kind of ambivalent towards it. But is there's kind of... like, the music here, I would say is passable. No, wait. No, it's not. Hold on. Wait, let me get away from those things that sing. Nah, it's not. Wait. Maybe it was back here. This is passable? But it's not good? It's just like not, at least not annoying. Dude, there's a stage just like this in Mario Wonder, I feel like, with these snakes like this. I could swear there's like a stage like exactly like this in Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder appeals to me more, though. It has things about it that seem really annoying to me that I don't like, but the overall aesthetics are much more appealing than this game, even though I'm not really... Like, it seems much more aimed for kids with this. I'm not really sure. I think that I probably like the stage design a bit more than this, though. I don't know. You actually stream that game? Oh, did you? I didn't know you stream Sage Shadows, dude. I should follow you. Do I follow you? Okay, how often do you stream? I would shout you out, but I don't know if anybody's even paying attention right now. I need to use my shout out command more. What is it like this? I gotta remember that I have this command. Not often. Oh, you're a software developer? That's cool. Once in a blue moon? Yeah. It's basically the same. I don't think I really need to play it. Like, I'm sorry. I tried to give these games... The thing is, what I will say is this. You should definitely try to be open-minded to a point, but you can't become a different person. Open-minded doesn't mean you become a different person. These games are they're just not made for me. Like, if I were making a Rayman game and someone presented this to me, like, we're working on this, I would tell them to scrap it. This is all wrong. That's what I would say. But they didn't ask me. They didn't ask me. They made what they made, and a lot of people seem to like it. It's just not for me. It's not for me. Fair enough. I'm really curious about Rayman 2. Let me just close the Ubisoft Connect launcher. I really don't want to install that shit. I'm sorry I didn't actually get to try out Rayman Legends. I did. I played an hour of Rayman Origins. It seems like pretty much the same game. Rayman Legends maybe seems like it's got a little bit more going on with the level design, but they seem pretty identical. Maybe for Flipside or two. He's out there. Maybe someone even more opinionated. Yeah, I'm a very opinionated person when it comes to games. Like I have diverse tastes, and I love video games, and I want to play like all the games. I want to try everything, like new and old. Even though like the old, like the '90s stuff appeals to me the most, but I definitely am opinionated. But I have tried to soften my opinionation level. I've tried to be more open-minded as I grow older, but to a certain extent, you just have to be who you are. You know, it's okay to not like some things. Okay, so there's another Rayman game. There's one more Rayman game I want to check out. There's another one I've been really meaning to try. I wonder if anybody here has tried this one. Hey, Sai Shaozu, like, how's it been going? What have you been up to lately? Since you're here, let me just, while I have you, let me just, let me converse with you a little bit while I get on my emulator. This game it was released on a lot of systems, including PS2 era systems. I don't know how different it is. It's probably, I think that it does have later releases with like higher res textures. It's a little bit compromised in its original releases, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's going to affect whether I like it or not. And honestly, I have barely looked at this game, and I'm very curious. I have no idea whether I'll like this or not. I kind of think there's a better chance I'm going to like this. Oh, let's get the correct art. Don't really like this cover that much, but that's okay. Okay, and now we're on PS1, so that means I should do this. Bring back the... should I bring back the Maytag? Nah, dude. PS1 games are just... like... they just don't... the layout doesn't work. Why are PS1... is this an emulation thing? Like, why are PS1 games wider than... like 8-bit and 16-bit games when you emulate them? Is it emulating them wrong? Does that mean it's emulating them wrong? Does we know about that? I was kind of curious, like... and I think it's the same for Saturn as well. Like when I emulate any 8-bit or 16-bit thing, it's a box. Like it will be, the size will allow me to fit, Red Maidens, what's up? You just missed me playing Rayman Origins a little bit. We're done with it though. Hold on a second. I'm trying to like figure something out. Oh yeah. Okay. So like, yeah, if I'm playing like, let's say like a NES game or Super Nintendo or 16-bit or 8-bit or whatever, like it'll be like this, but the box will fill this screen. So it's like more square shaped. Why is PS1 and Saturn, why is the shape like this? Why is it more rectangular shape, the screen? Depends on the resolution? Well, maybe it can, but like this is always the default, it seems like, with various emulators. So I just assumed that this was... honestly don't know, I have no idea. I assume that this is the most accurate. But is that not the case? I called you Rayman. I almost called you Rayman in Party Hats. Remade, how's it going? I just tried out Rayman Origins for the first time, and we watched some of Rayman Legends, because I couldn't play Rayman Legends, I own it, but apparently you need to log in and sign up for Ubisoft's, like, fucking DRM website to actually play it, so I will never... unfortunately, I'll never play it. But I played Rayman Origins for an hour. I basically determined what I sort of suspected, that I don't like them. But now we're going to try Rayman 2 on PS1. Which, what year? I think it's just 1999? Or the PS1 release, I believe, is 1999. And how's it going with you, Rayman? Again, I called you Rayman. I was going to call you Rayman in party hats. Yeah, I'm using DuckStation. DuckStation is supposed to be, like, more accurate, right? But it's the same between this and EPSX. It always, like, is this... Like, it seems like it's supposed to be that way. That aspect ratio, that's the term I'm looking for. Have you ever thought of redoing Texas PS1 games? I never really thought of that. Not really. The closest I ever got to that was when I was really into Doom. Back in the Doom days, I got some Doom... I got, like, a Doom software creation package where you can, like, make your own Doom levels, like one of those Ultimate Doom things. You can make your own Doom levels. And I briefly played around with that, but, like, I ultimately gave up on it. I thought about making my own Doom. I know, I never really... Whenever I think about... I have had a lot of different ideas for making games, but it's almost always 2D. I never really... I have ideas for 3D games, but I've never actually tried to do anything with it. I do remember Bleem, yeah. Getting off work, Red Mages. Are you tired? Are you gonna be able to, like... Do you have, like, about a half hour of time before you can, like, fall into a coma? Do you, like, come home and, like, immediately get a beer? Sit in front of the TV and, like, all right, let's check out this Flipsider idiot. What's he up to again? Yeah, you know, like, I don't know. That seems like the kind of thing that's extremely difficult to do. Oh yeah, I should actually play this stupid game. I don't think, even though I'm an artist, I don't think I have the skill set to really do that safe, to be honest, Shazzy. You can play in Francais. Don't play in English. Alright, we're playing Rayman 2 for the first time. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. I think the music might be a bit low. I feel like the music in this game is probably going to be, to my ears, much better than Rayman Legends and Origins. For my sensibility. So let's have it at a good volume. PS1 and Saturn, like, really, really reliable systems for me, for, like, having soundtracks that I like. Really, really reliable. Some of the most reliable systems. I just love that era of game soundtracks. I love 8 and 16-bit stuff as well. And PS1 and Saturn...
Look what the pirates have done to our world.
Hmm.
A planet of anguish and pain.
What are you drinking right now, Red Mages? We need to start getting, like, a beer report from you.
Teeming with fierce monsters.
And then,
Nothing can stop them now that they've
consequently, you should be drinking a different beer every time you watch me.
They've taken everything and reduced our people to slaves. The robots search for innocent prey.
You know, say Xiaozu, I do sometimes
Chaos, they exploded the heart.
have episodes where I think about, like, I consider, like, maybe making a
These
game.
clouds of energy which form it have been scattered.
Because when I was young, I always used to think, like, dream about making my own video games.
Soon it will be too late.
But I also loved comics and ended up going down the comic path.
Escape, Rayman. You are our only hope.
And I feel like it's just too difficult to do both. I've always kind of felt that way. Like, to make a game is so much work. To make a game that you can be satisfied with as, like, a quality game is just so much work. Miller High Life Tallboy. Classic. Miller High Life.
Wake up.
Living the high life.
I will send you some help.
Good. Me too. Hey, I'm living the Bay life. I'm gonna drink some of this straight. I had my rum and coke, but you know what? In honor of Red Mages, I'm gonna live the Bay life, and I'm gonna just have a little bit of this straight. How does Kings Bay tropical island style taste straight? I do prefer the spice rum, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. Champagne of beers.
Rayman?
Glowbox, my friend.
Are you okay, Rayman?
So yeah, I'm curious about Rayman's design in this.
Weak and my powers have disappeared.
It doesn't seem like the obnoxious, annoying.
Glowbox, I
It
think
seems
this
like
might
the
be end.
like character design of the new Rayman game. It seems.
No, not the end.
Oh, this character was in Rayman Legends though.
Lee the fairy?
I recognize him. I don't know if he was in one.
A silver lum.
Lum.
Incredible.
Were they called lum? It's
Building up in me.
funny to me that they're called
Now I can shoot
lums.
with my fist again. Glowbox was saved. Yahoo! Ha!
Classic anime character. I don't remember any lums from Rayman 1. This seems that like this.
Let's go see Lee. She'll give me all my powers back.
See, it's the classic Rayman design. Like he's soft, he's not angular, he's cute. It's like the new design of Rayman. It's like they didn't want him to be cute. They wanted him to have that sort of like I don't know. It's probably not a conscious thing, but like, were they specifically trying to make him look annoying? The way he's like constantly grinning, he's got that. He has a shit-eating grin. Like the Rayman in the new ones has a constant. The entire time you're playing, he's got that shit-eating grin. I like that eye animation. But this one is just like sort of like a likable, cuddly Rayman. I like that much better. Oh, you can shoot little things that ricochet. Because it's like a 3D game, so they probably wanted to give you more of like an ability that would work better for, like, you know, make it easier for you to attack in a game. Like, these are in the days where like 3D games were trying to take advantage of 3D and sort of bring 2D gameplay into 3D and like sort of think about how to do that, and everything wasn't just as streamlined as possible. So they would, you know, you would end up getting like these ranged attacks that would kind of home in to make it easier for your character to attack in 3D. I feel like more modern 3D platformers, which I haven't really played a ton of them, but from playing them here and there, tend to be like very, very generous on like abilities either are circular or they home in, so that like the 3D aspect is never like a problem for like attacking. I bet there's probably like no 3D, or maybe there is. I don't know, but like a 3D, like a modern 3D platformer, you wouldn't have an attack like this unless it just had a homing effect. You know, at Red Mages, I was just considering like what do I want to play? In this week I have before I leave for my cruise, I'm going to be gone. I just kind of feel like playing random games. It doesn't feel, I don't have the concentration factor to like work on Fire Emblem for Fliptendo. And I don't want to do stuff that'll take multiple streams, so I was trying to think of like what are some good games to like do single streams on. And I've been like, I just looking through my list, and I've been meaning to play. I've been meaning to just try the other Rayman games in like forever. Like I really want to just try the other Rayman. I'm probably not going to get to 3, but I wanted to try this one and Legends and Origins. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to try Legends either because of Ubisoft's bullshit. But like, I already like this though. This has got that like PS1 platformer feel. The music is already like 1,000 times better than this. The music and the sound design, I should say. I mean, to me, so much better. than Rayman Legends and Origins. I don't know if it's as good as Rayman 1, but it's already so appealing. Am I supposed to just go this way? Peasant Quest. That's true. I never got around to... Yeah, maybe I'll play that tonight. Maybe I'll just do that after this. Are you going to stay up for a while? I might do that tonight. Peasant Quest. I don't know what the hell Peasant Quest is. Like, why do you want me to play Peasant Quest? That's like some kind of browser game. What is that again? Is that like one of those like Facebook games, or is it like a clicker, or what the heck is that? What the heck is Peasant Quest? Is that a thing a lot of people are into? It's quick. If it's quick, then I'd be happy to. Do you think I will like it, or do you think that I will hate you for like asking me to play that? I would never hate you. I'm just kidding. Actually, I want people to not necessarily respect my taste. Homestar Runner game. Oh, one of those. I was never a big Homestar Runner person. Oh, okay. Good. You know, I don't mind tutorials like this. But certainly, like, this doesn't need to be there. Like, you could just simply have this and expect the player to figure it out. And I'd be fine with that. But, I mean, the little tutorial is fine as well.
That's to say we were separated and,
Well, notice that there was one for jump and shoot. I just ignored it. You don't really need to have stuff that's like super basic controls that you don't need to have, but you know, whatever.
But first, I gotta go and
Even Dark Souls has tutorials in this first area.
hang out around here.
The way it's like integrated with like the messages.
Have you seen her?
But I do prefer when games kind of throw you in without tutorials and expect you to figure out yourself.
Set her free.
A lot of times. But, you know, if other aspects of the game are good, I'm not going to like... It's like it's some, you know, some minor thing. It's cool. Like, even in these days, like in the 90s, there are still plenty of games that have tutorials. It's just... But what I like about it is that not all games are like that. You actually do get a variety. You get some games with tutorials. You get some games that just kind of throw you in. And it's cool. That kind of variety is cool. You get like Amiga games. I mean, a lot of games also will just expect you to read the directions as well. And I like that. You know what's cool about that is that you can ignore them and try to just figure the game out yourself. That's what's really cool. That's kind of the best thing about instruction manuals, is the fact that you can ignore them, but they are there if you need them. So that's why I kind of prefer the instruction manual method a bit better. King's Quest, but peasants and short. Oh, okay. I see. This game is kind of like a little bit of a rare, like Banjo-Kazooie-ish kind of feel, but more, less British and more cuddly. Except they're talking, they're not going wah 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 wah.
Stop! I absolutely must see Lee. Do you know where she is?
Huh.
This is not easy to say, but I have to tell you this. The pirates have taken Lee to the fairy glade, and they've locked her in one of their strongholds. To find her, you'll need to go to the Hall of Doors. The hall is a magic place. It leads to many other worlds. Only we, the teensies, know how to get there. The passage requires 10 lums, but I see that you have them. Prepare yourself for a great journey.
You know what I like about this cutscene? Is that it's pleasant and not extremely annoying. It's nice. It's kind of amusing. The characters aren't like mega obnoxious. I like all those things about it. This seems pretty good. Rayman 2 seems pretty good. I should check out Rayman 3. I want to save. I could play this on PS2 and get, like, higher resolution, better... I guess not. Well, I could get, like, more detailed, like, you know, better graphics, but... Oh, it's those bomb things. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Well, I'm going in a stage. Yeah, it's good. I want to play a stage. I need to get more of a sense of this game. Is this going to be like a collectathon? Like Mario 64? Is it going to be... It'd be cool if it was kind of more... I guess Rayman 1 does have the collectathon aspect. Like, you're going through the stage, it's linear, but you are searching for cages. So it's a little bit collectathon-y. It doesn't really feel like a collectathon, though. Maybe this game will just be like that. It's probably going to be more like Mario 64. I don't necessarily... The collectathon, like, thing... I like in small doses. I like it when it's done well. Like, in Mario 64 does it extremely well. Banjo-Kazooie does it well. But... it's not my favorite. And... I don't know. You know, I should... see how this game does it. You gotta switch there. Let me see, Leo. Have you ever seen Rayman 2? Are you disappointed? Are you disappointed they don't like the Steam Raymans? You think I'm like a big fat idiot? Oh, you have a life. I just noticed you have a life bar. Is my life low? How do I control the camera? Okay, yeah, you get the camera control. I love that this feels like a PS1 platformer. Like, I'm already platforming on these things, and it's like I've got to actually kind of watch out. And it's good. The music is pretty cool. It's very PS1 style of music where it's like, it's sort of atmospheric, but it's not really backgroundy. It's more like there's character to it. Like, it's got a lot of production value with the instruments. Like, it's cool and it's interesting and memorable, and it's also got it's kind of doing like the lush jungle thing that Rayman 1 does as well. Rayman 1 has got the best soundtrack, though. It's hard to be as good as Rayman 1's soundtrack. Most games are not that good. Is that where I came in from? Wait, what is that again? I need to check. Yeah, I think this looks and feels pretty good, too. I think that's where I came in from, right? I have streamer brain right now. Like, I'm doing too much babbling, and it's distracting me from actually, like, my brain from processing whatever's happening in the game. Yes, I guess, whatever. You're meh on mascotty-based platformers. I think I'm fine with them. I don't feel one way or the other. Like, I don't have any anti-mascot feelings. But it's just that there's a lot of really good mascotty based platformers. There's bad ones as well. There's ones in between. But the ones that are really good, of course I like them. Yeah, maybe it's because you're no fun red mages. Dark and serious? Yeah, you're so dark and serious, always drinking your beer and brooding and like, oh, the world is such a serious place. You're saying stuff like that. I don't think I went over here before. Oh yeah, no, I see. That takes you up to there. Okay, I need to figure out where you go next in this stage. That's funny. Well, you know, I mean, you could maybe just find mascot platformers to be like, I don't know, it's just too I don't know, whatever, it's just not your style. I definitely don't mind them. I just because I've played enough of them to where, like, I'm totally fine with them. I enjoy them. So, I went down there before and I got whatever's there. Right? Is there a way there? Is that a path? Is there something over here? I think that's where you have to go. There's no other way to go here. I love the control methods in older 3D games where it's like you can center the camera, you can spin the camera, and you get to manage your camera. To manage it kind of carefully. Oh, so did I just not go this way? This is the way. Oh, the music changes when you go to the next area. Is it changing? This music's pretty cool. Bubsy 3D. I already streamed it a couple times, Mr. Leo. I'm going to be on record as saying that Bubsy 2 to me is like by far the worst Bubsy game. Bubsy 3D is very ambitious. It's interesting for what it's doing, but it's just incredibly inept. And you know, it's interesting. It's a game that I would play it again. I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again, even though it's a pretty atrociously hard game to play. Whereas like Bubsy 2, like I don't ever want to touch again. Bubsy 1 is like not that terrible either. I think Bubsy 1 is pretty bad. Jagswap, which is that can't be a unique Bubsy game, is it? That must be a port of one of them. Oh, you got it right there. But this is cool. I like the level design here before. This seems like cool level design. Cool 3D. It's kind of linear so far. I like that. They kind of hang on the edge here to get that. So those are collectibles. 60 of them. That's a bit... 60 is like a bit too much. I don't know about that 60. The problem with the collectibles in games, like collectathon games, is that they very quickly get too out of control. Like Mario 64 is so restrained in how it uses collectibles. Oh, there's stuff down there too. I can swim. Can I dive? How do I dive? I must not have the diving power yet. Oh, you have to hold up. Like, I feel like... What's the last time any game, like 3D game, has had like a water section? This used to be a thing that like all the 3D games would have, and like it's gone out of fashion. So people just don't like water sections. It's like one of those things like... It's sort of like, it's part of like the playbook, like the modern game design dogma playbook, where it's like people have sort of gradually figured out things that annoy people, and they just sort of like remove them from games. So like, you know, people don't like auto scrollers, so you just don't do those anymore. You don't have those, you know. People don't like escort missions. You don't like water sections. People don't like ice physics. And all that stuff has just gradually sort of been whittled away. And like, you know, probably like a lot of other sort of like less obvious, more subtle stuff as well. All that stuff has sort of been whittled away from game design. And it's probably one of the reasons why more modern games just tend to feel more homogenous. The ukulele have water? Ukulele is meant to be a throwback game anyway. And I don't know, does Mario Odyssey have water? It might. I can't recall if Mario Odyssey has water. I think Galaxy has water sections, but I can't recall about Odyssey. It might. Yeah, what about Hat in Time? I never played Hat in Time. That is one of the big indie ones that people talk about as being notable. And anytime I look at that game, I also feel like I'm probably not going to like that. I don't really like how it looks, but people always talk about it positively. You can turn into Cheep Cheeps. Oh, do you have a water world? Oh, I totally forgot that. Oh, Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, I mean, Donkey Kong Country could count as a mascot platformer. Or not. I don't know if it counts necessarily. I love those games too. I love, you know, I love all the games that are really good. I don't, you know, I love Mario games. I love Donkey Kong Country game, or just Donkey Kong games. I love Sonic games. I love Rayman game. I mean, I love Rayman 1. I don't love Rayman games. I think I might like this game a lot. I still really do want to try. So that's another one that I need to get to is did I get that? Donkey Kong Returns and Donkey Kong Frozen Freeze. Those are the ones I want to get to eventually. I also have never played through Donkey Kong Country 3. I've only played 3 a little bit. Maybe I can't get that cage right now. Look at this. Look at this, like, delicate platforming. It's cool. Yeah, I think you probably just can't get that yet. Can I do like this and then shoot? Or maybe you could do it like that, though. Oh, you can do it like that. Oh, okay. Wait, does that just give you health back, or is that not like a thing you need to collect? Or maybe it is, I don't know. I love Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. 3, the character designs in 3 didn't really appeal to me, like the Baby Kong, but I never really give it a fair chance. I really need to go back to 3. I really need to go back to it. Just more games that I need to play. That's why I'm doing this Rayman Day today. It's just like, I had these Rayman games. I just wanted to try them. I wanted to try these various Rayman games to see what I thought about them. And I'm glad I did. The music's cool in this game. It's so much better than the music in Rayman Legends and Origin. Like, it's 1,000 billion times. This style is just so much cooler. Why can't... You know, I mean, whatever. It's actually really good, at least in this stage. It's really good. So you can't... There's a lot of places you can't use the look command. There's no... Seems a bit limited. Like, you can't... I don't know if you can go into, like, first-person view like you can in Mario 64. I wish I could look around a bit more. It looked like a Donkey Kong Country character there. Oh, is this some sort of combat encounter? Maybe that's a like boss? Boss-ish? Am I supposed to get him to shoot the thing on that? Use your shadow and your helicopter. Oh, oh, dude, so this is like a platforming challenge? That's cool. What is this? Or is that just what this... Is that the fairy? Okay, yes. They kind of got the fairy in, like, every game. Man, they made the fairy look really, really ugly in Rayman Legends and Origins. Like, they totally Battletoads 2020, the fairy girl, in those games. She still looks good in this game. I like the way all the characters look in the first game. You know, I like the wizard character from the first game as well. Is he in any of the other Raymans? Because I haven't seen him. That wizard... His hat is in... Origins. His hat was used for something, but I don't know if the actual character is in there anywhere. Look at this web. You can grab onto it. That's probably a tutorial message I didn't really need. Oh! That's okay. You don't get heavily punished by that. This is cool. I like this. See, like I was talking before, when I was playing Rayman Origins, I was trying to talk about, like, there's different ways a game can get on my good side. Generally, it's either aesthetics or it's gameplay. And this game is, like, aesthetically is doing a lot of stuff I like. And even with the PS1 graphics here, I feel like this game is, like, really nice looking. The gameplay also... I really like 3D platformers with a sort of a more linear style of progression. I really like that as well. I like collectathons if they're... I like exploration. I like collectathons if they're done well and not too out of control. Oh, R2. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, so there's actually a lock-on as well. Maybe there's a Dark Souls-style lock-on in this game. Or you should... Maybe you should say, like... Ocarina of Time? Did this come out before or after Ocarina of Time? It's an Ocarina of Time style lock-on. This came out, what, 1999? It's probably after Ocarina of Time, I want to say. Right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it should be. What is this guy? Who's this idiot? Whatever. Man, you know another 3D game from this era I really, really want to replay is Soul Reaver. I love Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver when they first came out, both those games. Of course, Legacy of Kain, I actually want to really replay both of them. But Soul Reaver is relevant to this game because it's a 3D platformer and it's so cool in its style. Totally different from this game. That's the opposite of a mascot platformer. Whoa. Oh, you got like a laser down there and I'm bouncing. Whoops. Trying to hit the switch. Oh, you got to lock on to that? Lock on, work on the switch? No. Oh, I should be doing this, I see. Gotta make more use of my hover. Or no? This is pretty hard to hit. There's something else in here? Oh, I did open it. I just didn't realize I opened it. My first death. Try again. What happens when you die in this game? Let's push you back at a checkpoint. It puts you back a little bit, which is good. Does this game have lives? I would like it if it had lives. What if you just go this way? Oh, you can't actually get up there to fight. You have to go down, I see. I mean, I didn't need to die there. I was being pretty sloppy. It's okay. This part's pretty awesome. I like all the level design in this stage so far. I wonder how the levels change things up as you go further through the game. This is good. This game is good. I'm playing a game and I'm having fun. Oh, there's like a thing there. Oh yeah, you need to lock on. It's what red mages would do. And you like unlock the thing. Yeah, okay, you do have to. The cages are collectibles. There was 3 out of that's 3 out of 6. Yeah, well that makes sense. Probably hidden secrets. There's probably secrets here being obscured by the camera. It's not even letting me move the camera. I can move it here, but there's no. I don't know if there's like a first-person view mode, which is pretty That's not... See, that's a warped texture there. Oh, you can actually... It's like... From over here... Because that texture's warped, it almost looks like an opening, but it's not. It's just a warp. Or actually, no, it's not a warped texture. The texture is just slanted like that. Oh, there was a yellow thing up there that I might have missed. You can only get it the first time you fall down, maybe? Oh man, it's... I don't know how I didn't notice that before. Wait, maybe I can, like... get it now. I mean... Oh, I guess I may as well. Oh, it's actually difficult to get from there. Well, never mind. Doesn't matter. Let's keep progressing. These traps are cool. The game's already presenting some difficulty. That's good. The little combat sections are good too. The lock-on. Now you're supposed to go in this door. I definitely don't think I'm going to like this as much as Rayman 1. Rayman 1 is just too beautiful of a game. Like, it's to me, it's mind-blowingly beautiful. Like, the presentation is perfect. Like, it's one of the most beautiful platformers to look at, and the soundtrack is incredible as well. And I like the difficulty of it, and it's like just feels super, super good to play. Like, everything about it is perfect. Oh man, this reminds me of like a section from Tomb Raider. Like, now I'm like, oh, am I like high above? Can I look down? I wish I could look down. Wait a second. Is there no way to free look? Oh, you can. You have to hold L and R at the same time, and then you can look around. There is a way. See, games like this, like 3D platformers with density to their design, with like verticality and density, where you're like kind of going up and around and like down and like. Okay, that's not an. I should probably just go down there. If this were like Tomb Raider, I love Tomb Raider. Like core PS1 Tomb Raider style design, where like you keep going up and around and like through these like twisting paths, and then you find yourself like you're above areas later on that you were at earlier, and if you fall back down, you're like, oh, you'll be back down there. Like... I miss Skittle too. Did Skittles ever show up today? I don't think. Did we get any Skittles? Was Monocule here? Yeah, Monocule was here at the beginning of the stream. I think he fell asleep or something. But I don't think we got any Skittles today. But he showed up really late yesterday as well. We should probably just go down here. Oh, there's another route down here. What is this? Oh, you can't. It's okay. So there's something there. There's a character in there, but you got to get rid of the force field. So we're meant to go this way, but we could also climb back up. I wonder what Skittles thinks about returning to Rayman. I don't wanted to play just more Rayman 1 as well, just for fun. Because I haven't played Rayman 1 in quite a while. We did that full playthrough of it back in like... maybe 2015? It's been 10 years since I played through Rayman 1. And it was like a huge ordeal because the game was like unbelievably difficult, but it was also like an extremely fun and memorable playthrough. He probably is cheating on us, you're right. Okay, do I want to like bother to like try to collect all these little yellow things? Nah, dude. I don't. Let's keep it progressing the level. Tam is here, though. Tam, we were just lamenting the fact that Skittles hasn't shown up. So, Tam, since you're here, do you want to, like, do your best Skittles impression, or... We'll take that. We'll take a Tam appearance. Hey, Tam. It's been a while, but it hasn't actually been that long. You were here before, a little while ago. Oh, dude. Oh, you gotta... I like that you have to do this going into the camera. I like when 3D games sometimes have going into the camera sections, because, like, it's just so cool and dramatic. Although it's make this section really hard. Was there a way to switch the camera around? I guess you just have to do it that way. I never played Spyro. I never found Spyro that... What the heck? Oh no, I can't even go this way. Dude. I'm probably going through it backwards. That's why. I'm going through an area that you're meant to go through. Wait a second. Did I go through here before? You're probably meant to go through this area the other way, yeah. Tam, I've just been checking out all the Rayman games today, Tam. I don't care for the new ones. But Rayman 2 so far seems really good. You haven't checked out Rayman 3 yet. I don't know, I wonder if I would like Spyro games. I always kind of... was not too sure about them. I should try the original PS1 Spyro. Tam, what are you up to these days? What's going on? What's going on with you, Tam? Like, what's happening? When you go this way. Oh, that guy heals you, I see. I need that. Oh, you can carry barrels now. You can throw it up and catch it. Oh, that's interesting. That's right, he's reading you. Oh, and then it broke. Working, that's about it. Oh, okay, that's not what I was supposed to do. What do we do here? That's interesting. Man, these like home in on you, damn. Yeah, I could just... Can I shoot while I hold the barrel? What do we do here? Or maybe you, like, are supposed to do this? No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Oh, is that what you're supposed to do? This is cool. Look at that. This is cool. This is awesome. Look at that. And then I throw it into this. Oh, I don't know. Do I need to do more than one? Am I supposed to just shoot it? There's steam coming out of it now. That's about it? Working? Yeah, you working a lot? Work has stolen away some members of the chat at times. It's okay, you know, it's real life, isn't it? You gotta do your real life sometimes. Hey, it's stolen me away. I've been, like, this month I've been out of town more than I've been at home. Yeah, I have not. I did some streaming from my hotel, but I have not really been able to stream too much. Well, you would think you would throw it into this lightning. Yeah, it is for jerks like me. And you, Red Mages. I'm not confused about this part. But it seems like you're supposed to throw the barrel up there somewhere. Powder keg. You play some Doom maps. Oh yeah, nice. I just uploaded my Doom playthrough to YouTube. Like yesterday. Or actually, was it today? Today. So that's there. And you know what? Do you remember a long time ago when you, Tam, you, me, and Insane Nachos did some multiplayer Doom? That's up on YouTube too. I probably don't, Red Mage. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm supposed to throw it up into this lamp. Like right here. I'm supposed to hit. I'm supposed to throw it into the X's here. Oh, you do aim at them. You do aim at them, huh? That doesn't. It's not doing anything. Now I'm getting confused. I should make sure that I use the auto aim when I get up there with when I throw the barrel. Probably aims the barrel. We did, and then like it was too easy, so I insisted that we play on Nightmare to make it more fun. And it kind of didn't really work. It just made it like more crazed and ridiculous with like constant respawning. Like we had ended up having to like suicide our way through the game. It didn't really work that well. But the game's kind of a bit too easy when you play in just like multiplayer, like even ultra violence mode. So kind of a Mario Maker thing then for Doom. I mean, there's a billion of those like compilation maps. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, I figured it out eventually, guys. Is that kind of like a boss there? That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool section. Oh, that does that. Oh, is that the fairy? That's the fairy, I see.
Lee, are you okay?
Was that her name, Lee?
Oh, Rayman, at
Doesn't seem right.
last.
What I
was
would I remember.
afraid Glowbox had
Maybe she's a
failed.
different character. Wasn't it? It's
He gave
Patilla
me
in the
silver
first game, I
lump,
think.
But we got separated.
The fairy in the first game is like
Find it
Batilda
and get
Batilda
rid
or
of the
something?
pirates. But to do that, I'll need all of my powers.
So this is a different fairy.
I'm too weak to give you back all your powers. The pirates broke the heart of the world into 800.
Yeah, he doesn't speak in Rayman 1. He doesn't speak in the new games either. But the new games are also non-canonical because they suck.
Have you ever heard of
So I guess this counts. He can speak in this game.
No.
He's the spirit of the world, and his powers are immense.
I don't mind him
You
speaking
could
it.
have to defeat the pirates.
I like his voice in this game.
Unfortunately, he has been secluded for many years. But there is a legend which says he could be awakened.
Too
If
thin.
you reunite the four masks.
I've seen a lot of thin fairies, Tam.
4 masks.
These
Know what you're
masks are
talking about.
magical and very powerful.
Many fairies are
They are
thin.
hidden in secret and mysterious places. Find them before the pirates do.
Banjo. I like the Banjo games as well.
I'll help you by giving you all the
Those are good.
energy I've gathered.
I don't care for the Bubsy games. I like the Banjo games.
A silver lump, I'll have a new power.
Still have never played Banjo Tooie.
Yahoo!
I should play ukulele as well someday.
Purple lungs. Good luck, Rayman.
I wasn't paying attention. What do we get? We have a purple. We can grab purple lums because we have what? Oh, is that like? Did we get like a grappling hook power? Is that what we got just now? Probably something like that. Oh. Oh, Gex. You don't like Gex? I haven't played Gex in a really long time. I would like to go back to Gex. I remember liking it. Like, Gex had cool, from what I would call like kind of cool level design. Oh, I see. That wasn't there before. So they added that into the stage. Now I can get these. Ah. That's cool. The swinging in this game. Yeah, you could like climb walls in Gex. It was like Dana Gould. It's definitely more on towards the annoying side of mascot platformers with like all the one-liners and stuff. But I remember it being more charming than Bubsy. Like less annoying. I don't know. Maybe my memory's wrong. Maybe it sucks. I need to try Gex again. That's one that people don't tend to think about as much. Also, from what I recall, like that game was interesting because I think it was like initially 3DO exclusive. It was like 3DO exclusive platformer. I was like, oh man, I kind of wish I had 3DO so I could try that. But then I think they brought out in PS1. This is funny. Oh, okay. Is that it? Do I go back as well? Alright, did some stuff. I want to see what another area looks like. I want to see like more music. This game is good. This game seems like it might be really good. Should definitely play more of this. I'm only going to play this tonight. I'm not going to do like a full Rayman 2 playthrough right now because, as I said, you know, we've been in the midst of so much travel. I was gone all of February at the Philippines. And this month I've had 3 conventions. And I was gone, and I was in Raleigh for like a week. And next week I go on a cruise. So I just want to like do random games. I want to do like a different game each stream. Kind of do like a little mini variety month here. Yeah. Occasionally Funny Line, right? What about Bug? Did he have... Did Bug have line? Guys, Bug is good, right? I know that you guys like Bug. Oh, it's more jungle.
So, did you guys figure it out?
I want to see the different
Are you the
areas.
real king?
Oh, that's right. Sage Chaozu was a fan of Bug. He was here for the whole Bug playthrough. Remember that? That was like 5 or 6 years ago. That's on YouTube now. I almost got everything on YouTube. I almost, dude. That was very fun. I still want to play Bug 2. One of these days. Bug is a unique Saturn platformer that is... It tends to be panned by people because it's hard and it's like a little bit obtuse. But it's got an awesome... It's an awesome style of 3D... Of like 2.5D platformer where it crisscrosses. The paths crisscross all different ways. Like, it's not just... Most 2.5D platformers are just, like, side to side. Some of the cool ones, like Klonoa, will bend the camera and do cool camera stuff. But, like, the only one I know of that crisscrosses the camera, like, up and down, left and right, even sometimes, like you go up a wall and it becomes an overhead camera. The only game I know that does that is Bug. And it's awesome. It's amazing. Does Tamba do stuff like that? Or Tamba is 2.5D, but it doesn't do stuff like that, right? I need to play Tamba as well. I need to play Tamba and I need to play Klonoa. There's a lot of games I need to play. There's like... I've played so many games and there's still so many more I need to play. I don't have time to play, like, you know, like, when am I going to play all these games? Yeah, dude, I need to play Tamba. Yeah, there's so many games. Tamba, that would be a good one. I don't think I have that on my list. I gotta remember to... I'm gonna put that on my list right now so I don't forget. Dude, I gotta play Tamba. Is it on my list? Tamba for PS1? My PS1 list is very fat. I think it's the fattest list of games. It's very close with Super Nintendo, but... I know I should get more Sega on here. But there is some Sega. I don't have Tamba. I need to get Tamba on here. Could definitely play Tamba. There's just so many games. Oh, I should put Bug 2 on here as well. In my Saturn list. I still haven't played Clockwork Knight 2. I still haven't played the rest of the Panzer Dragoon games. There's a lot of Vanillaware games I haven't played. Look at all the... Yeah, I gotta play more Sega. I was considering playing a Sega game tonight. I thought about playing Battlemania Daijinjo, which is another game like that looks really awesome that I want to play, but I decided to do Rayman's instead. I got a couple other games. I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna play tomorrow and Friday. I got 2 more days before I leave for the cruise. We'll just let it be a surprise. It might still be Battle. That's a Genesis game. I think that's a port of an arcade game, but I'll probably play the Genesis version, I guess. Oh, there's only 2 crates here. It is different music here. This is more of like a... this is a different area, like a different biome. It's like more of a swamp, right? It's still forest, but it's like... You are actually getting different music, different environment. Oh, there's like piranhas? That's cool. Wait, is this death? This green water? Oh, it does a Zelda thing where it just subtracts a little bit of life. So it's... Probably because this is going to end up being really hard if it doesn't do that. I always prefer it... I actually prefer it when games don't do that. When 3D platformers don't do that. I don't want to... It's just silly. Like, I don't need that. Like, I prefer when falling off a cliff is death. It should be death. You should die. You should not respawn with like a little bit of health gone. I don't care if it makes the game like, if it makes the platforming hard. That's something that Dark Souls always gets right. Except Sekiro's. I think Sekiro does respawn you with a bit of health. Oh, I didn't really even... See, that's why it does. Because you can't even necessarily tell like what is death here. They have Tom on Steam. They have extra stuff. Yeah, I'm always a bit gun-shy to try the re-released versions on Steam because I'm afraid they might have watered the game down. You never know. I'd rather just play the original version.
Do you know where to find the 4 masks of Polycus?
But if you know the extra if it has extra content, maybe it's
What you're talking about?
could be cool to check out.
Yeah,
you know, I would like to think so, but you just never know.
If you like,
Sometimes they change things and don't really
get over to the other
mention it.
side. You can grab onto my
But
scarf by shooting at it.
there are re-releases on Steam that are one-to-one.
To jump.
I'm not paying any attention to this guy's tutorial.
Let's go.
Is it? Do I just ride him? Is that the thing? Whoops. Aren't I riding you? Oh, you just... Okay, that's how you... Oh, okay, yeah, dude, this is cool. Yeah, I like this kind of... Oh, you get some, like, slalom jumps. Look at this. Yeah, I love little mini-game racing sections and, like, platformers like this. Is awesome. Oh, there's a cage I missed. And you're gonna have to do this, like, multiple times to, like, get all the collectibles from here. Which is, you know, that's okay. They added... Okay, there you go. Now, granted... Okay, so if they add things like save anywhere, rewind, toggle, analog control... I hate that. I hate that when they do that. Even if it's, like, all entirely optional, the fact that it's in there makes me really not want to play that version. You can just not use it. But the fact that it's there dilutes the experience, in my opinion. Because, you know, now that, like, Wordle exists, like, I've learned, like, sort of a name for this. Like, I could call it, like, maybe the Wordle effect. Where, like, you know, the challenge of something... there's like a community aspect to like a challenge of something where it is just inherently part of challenges, when there's a community aspect, it matters what other people are doing. Like, so with Wordle, like it really is such a big deal. It's so important part of Wordle that like everybody is doing the same puzzle. And you know, it turns it into a community aspect. And that's exactly why, like, in games like Dark Souls games, it would be such a bad idea to add, like, easy mode, even though you could just not use it. Because then it dilutes the experience, you're not all playing the same game anymore. It deletes that Wordle effect. It deletes that community aspect. So it's that, and stuff like, adding that kind of stuff into retro games does the same thing. Does the same thing. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta answer my wife. And I also don't like it because, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just complaining. So don't allow my complaints to take away your fun. I mean, you know, and yeah, of course you can it's a subtle thing. So of course you can just ignore what I'm saying. It doesn't have to matter to you, but I'm just saying, you know, it bothers me. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I might be reading too much into it, but I will say another aspect of it that I really dislike is the fact that it's an aspect of like sorry, I'm having trouble speaking. It's retro ghettoization. Like retro games are treated like a ghetto. Like there's a ghetto. They're ghettoized. What's the best language I can use? Like indie games don't have to, like, have you ever thought about that? Like if an indie game comes out and it's really hard, okay, or even like Souls games, they might patch it like, oh, people are complaining it's too hard. Maybe they'll patch it, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll keep it to the original vision. But like if a retro game gets re-released, then you got to add in like all this, you got to add in rewind, you got to add in save states. Essentially, cheating tools have to be like a normalized part of the game, like a normal function. Cheating tools. Why? How come? But like if an indie game comes out that's like kind of like a hard platformer, which is pretty normal, that doesn't need to have cheating tools built in, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So why is it it's like because like retro games, it's just disrespect. It's like they assume like this built-in assumption was an old game, so it's probably bullshit, and let's just throw in these cheating tools. It's the ghettoization. Like that's the feeling, and, you know. And yeah, okay, maybe I think that's there. You could say I'm reading too much into it, but it bugs me. It's annoying. I think it cheapens the experience. Also, like putting it there creates the temptation to use it. Which, again, as far as, like, the Wordle effect goes, that community aspect, you know, you can't, like, if you're talking to other people about Tomba, see, the problem is, like, you know, now if they oh, yeah, have you played Tomba? Oh, dude, Tomba's awesome. Oh, yeah, you could talk to people about Tomba. If you're talking about playing to your friends, and you're talking about Tomba, and you're talking about your experiences playing Tomba, and you've all only played the PS1 version, then you know what you've played. But if you played the Steam version, then you're like, oh yeah, dude, the game was like, man, it was hard, wasn't it? Oh no, it was really easy. Oh, okay. And then like you find out later that they like were using the cheating tools, but they just didn't mention it. You don't know, you're not having the same experience anymore. It's like, you know, the shared experience has been polluted. You know, that's my point of view on it. Like that's why I'm tried, you know, it took me like a while to realize why those like throwing in cheating tools like that, why it bugs me so much. And that's the best way I can summarize it in a way that makes sense and is not just like, fuck, you know, like get good or whatever, you know, old gamers yelling at clouds, whatever, you know. I think there are actual reasons to think that that's like a bad idea. I mean, you know, like imagine if like Dark Souls games were like sold with cheating functions built in. It would definitely cheapen the experience. You know what I'm saying? I think I've had this argument with like maybe Red Mages or somebody else here. But we don't have to have an argument. That's just my opinion. Just telling you. Like, I think those are good reasons. And you know, you don't have to. You can disagree with me for sure, but those are I think those are valid reasons to genuinely think those features are a bad idea. And maybe let's not put them in like every retro release. I guess to be fair, not every retro re-release necessarily has them. There are some cool ones that don't. But that's why I wouldn't. Some people think games are hard with cheating devices. That's why you don't think that that's valid. They do have them built in for some indie games. I guess that's true. I think a pretty small minority though. I mean, to be fair, a lot of indie games. I mean, a lot of like indie style games or like platformers are just made easy to begin with, like the Rayman games that we played just before. Oh, okay, you were with me. That's good. The idiot had a hard time with Sonic Mania. I mean, you're right. So what you're saying is like they had to like it's an excuse. Like, well, okay, but like a lot of gamers are bad, so like they need these things, right? And like if those things aren't there, they won't play these games. A lot, but I mean that's fair. But again, like modern games don't. Like there's tons. Like look at like Hollow Knight. There's tons of really popular indie games that come out that don't worry about that, and it's fine. I'm not a big Hollow Knight fan, but it's like one of the most popular indie platformers that was ever released. It doesn't have cheat features. It's actually like it's Dark Souls hard. I'm just saying like that's not. I don't think that's really true. It's not necessarily true. Also, I want to point out something else. One of the issues around including such cheating features in the game is that it creates a warped perspective on the game. Like, and this is the thing I noticed with Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider Anniversary that they came out, which is actually pretty cool remaster of the game. It's like one of those things where you can switch back and forth between the old and new graphics, and it's generally very faithful. But the one thing, in my opinion, they messed up is they didn't put the save crystals in. I mean, they did, but it's like they turn it into like a New Game Plus exclusive, which is I don't like. Like the save crystals are like so integral to the design of Tomb Raider 1. So it's like the difference between like like specific save points or you can save anywhere. Being able to save anywhere, like it's a really idiosyncratic game. It's a cinematic platformer. It's like Prince of Persia in 3D. The controls have a real learning curve, and the save state, like essentially, the save anywhere system, which is save states. What that does is it basically people who take advantage of that, it trains them to not learn the game. It's a particular problem with a game like Tomb Raider, like classic Tomb Raider, because those games are so idiosyncratic and there's such a learning curve to like understanding how to play. And like people will just not even, they'll like ignore the tutorial. They'll not even understand that there's like a careful walk button. They'll be running off platforms, and then they'll just like save. They'll just like brute force the game by like saving on like every platform, and they'll like they'll eventually get fed up with the game because like it's not fun to play that way, and they didn't ever learn to properly play it. And then they'll like, there's so many people going around. They're like, oh yeah, Tomb Raider. The old Tomb Raider games have terrible controls, and most of them just don't understand how to play it because they've played like one of the PC versions that lets you save anywhere. That's a more extreme example, but the problem with, and this is the thing with save states as well. Whenever you save state, you try to save state brute force your way through a game. Actually, this applies to like credit feeding arcade games as well. You always get a kind of a warped impression that is harder than it is, because having like that undo feature automatically makes you play sloppier. It's just a psychological thing. And so you play sloppier because you can undo any mistake. You die more, and that gives you the impression that the game is harder than it actually is, because you're not even bothering to try to play it properly. You're just like brute forcing and you're like essentially suicide running the game. And then you're like, oh my god, this game's so hard, I've died so many times. But that's you never learned to like play the game properly. Like old arcade games, like you're credit feeding it and you're like, damn, this game's so hard. But like if you actually bothered to like learn strategies, you like it's not that hard to 1cc, And it applies to many retro games as well. Sure, there are games like Battletoads that are genuinely going to destroy you no matter what, but a lot of games are not as hard as you think they are. It's just another thing that like having that kind of feature does is it warps people's impressions of the game. So it's another bad thing about it. Oh man, I was kind of... Maybe I should play this game more. Oh, that... Yeah. That's a cool section, though. I guess you don't have lives in this Rayman. I kind of wish you had lives in this, but... You know, it's... Oh! You can get stuck here, and then... Oh, I could have locked onto him and probably got back on. I probably caught it... Yeah, I probably did. Do I only collect the yellow things that I collect without... Oh, no, you can collect them and then die, and you still have them collected. I see. So you can suicide the yellow things to collect them, like this one right here. Oh, I got it without dying anyway. It's a cool section. I like this. Well, I got a lot of them. Oh, what was that? Left 4 Dead. Outside of cheating devices, how people have the perception the game should be beaten in the evening. Yeah, I don't know. There's still I mean, there's more shorter games now, like a greater amount of emphasis on indie games and platformers. There's more games that are short these days, but I still feel like a lot of games are pretty padded in a lot of ways and tend towards like being longer, especially like. I guess there's less open world stuff now. There's less AAA games in general. Oh, I see. They come back if you, I see, they come... Oh, yeah, I re-caught him. They come back if you continue, I see. Okay, so that is, there is a sort of a penalty then for dying. They don't come back, they weren't coming back because I wasn't dying. I still had life in my health meter. I don't know. I feel like there's still like a lot of games that are on the longer side though, that like kind of pad their running time in various ways. But I could be wrong because I really don't, you know, I play such little newer stuff. It's just my impression. Oh wow. I think, like, more so, I mean, I am copacetic to what you're saying, but more than that, what I think is a problem with the way that, like, people, like, modern people, the way that they play games, or the way that they're trained to play games, is, it's gonna do that, oh, let's go around them, is, how games have sort of, the way that people approach games. And, you know, they've been trained to be this way, is that they're trained to people approach games more as, like, content to be devoured more than, like, a challenge to overcome.
I promise I will.
It's all like this stream of content that you're just kind of, and...
I'll miss you, my friend.
Me too. No time to lose.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with short games you beat in a day, though. Like, I like short games that I can beat in a day because they're great for streams. I like short experiences. Like, I have no problem with, like, games being shorter. One of the things I really like about retro RPGs is how they tend to be shorter than modern ones. Long but easy. That's what my general impression. I think a lot of people approach games like, how can I devour this content as quickly as possible? Because it's kind of just the way that, like, all of our media is, you know? It's kind of the way things are going. Like, everything is made to cater to people with lower attention spans. And then conversely, or, I mean, I should say that then decreases people's attention spans more, because it's a circular thing. But, like with media we consume, with movies now, it's like people want to, like, watch movies on, like, 1.5, and I'm guilty of some of this as well. I mean, not the like watching a movie like on double speed or something like that to like get them just to get the content in your brain faster is so that's still insane to me. But like I would, everybody multitasks. I'm guilty of that as well with certain things. You always watch a movie while you're like doing a thing. You play a game while you do this, and we're always like trying. And YouTube is constantly the way that like social media and YouTube, of course, is constantly like using an algorithm to like give you things you want. It's like shoving chocolates into your mouth, like have this, have this, have this. Oh, you like this, don't you? Blah, 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 blah. That's like it's like devouring content style of media, and games have very much become that. Like streamers, content streamers, sure. Streaming sort of puts you into that sort of sense, like mind frame as well. Like it's, and game design starts to revolve around that in many ways. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I mean there is stuff that tries to buck that trend and go against it as well. And usually that's the kind of stuff that I'm more for. But yeah, it's just there's this sort of crossover where like games that are really fun get addictive, and you become like addicted to a game, and like being addicted to a game usually because it's really fun, but addiction can kind of cross over to like, okay, now I'm like 100%ing this game and going to be doing all this and this and that, and like at a certain point, are you still having fun? This is like a question I used to like. I feel like when I was younger, I used to like cross over that point all the time, where like it would still be fun in a certain sense, but then I would look back on like all the time I spent like 100%ing a game, and like, was that really worth my time? Should I really have done that? Was that worthwhile? And like more and more I started to like answer no. I don't know. But so yeah, I don't know. But I think that games are still very much geared towards that. Like collecting all the Korok seeds in Zelda. Which I know that, like, I believe I don't know if Colic is here, but I know Colic did that. I think maybe Skittles did that as well. I like 100%ed Breath of the Wild in most senses, like in a general sense. But the one thing I refuse to do is like collect all the Korok seeds. I mean, Nintendo clearly is trying to tell you not to do it with what you know the reward once you know what the reward is. If you hear about it. But I kind of wish Nintendo would like the way they should have designed the Korok seeds was once you get a certain, like there's 1,000. They designed it that way. They wanted there to be collectibles you could always be finding no matter where you look. That's basically the idea, and you would get, and the rewards there's diminishing returns, so that the first 100 or so are really rewarding, but the more you collect them, the less rewarding they are. That's kind of trying to communicate something to the gamer. Maybe you shouldn't be going for all of them. They just wanted to have them everywhere in the game. It's a massive world. That's the way of having collectibles, so you could always be finding them. But I think what they really should have done is make it so that once you collect like about 300 out of 1,000, they just all disappear. That's what they should have like took it. They should have went the extra mile and made it like that. The Bayou. Wait, is that where I just was? No, is this different? Gaming can like turn into like feeling like a job so easily without you noticing it. I feel like. Speedrun Korok seeds. Well, no, it's just like the point of them is just so that once you like I believe that like the point of Korok seeds, the reward for them is it expands like your inventories and stuff. But at a certain point, you stop getting that reward. So at that point, they should just all disappear.
Has made it to the swamp.
What? You incompetent imbecile! Send the warship and destroy.
So it's like you can collect whatever 300 of them you want. You don't need to collect 1,000. You know, you can't collect 1,000. They would have saved so many people so much time if they had done that. And there probably would be like a few people that would then like hack the game to make it so that you could get all 1,000. I'm sure, but save that for those people. You can do that if you want. Yeah, they could have done it that way. This game is cool. Should I keep playing it though? When's I kind of want to save my game. What if I like quit? Will it? No, I don't know if it will let me save from that. How do I feel like I haven't saved in a while. Wait a second. How do I go back? Because like this game is really cool, but like I can't necessarily keep playing it. I need to play that browser game for Red Mages before he like falls asleep. And also want to look at Rayman 3. I definitely want to play this game more though, because this game is cool. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I needed to do. When you like go out of the thing, that's when you get to save. Okay, this game is really cool. It seems really cool. It seems like, to me, I would say that could be on par with like a Banjo-Kazooie quality. It's surprisingly good. Surprisingly really good. So, I'm gonna give it a tentative rating. What about the other game? What, Tomba? Oh, Rayman 3. There's a browser game Red May just talked about. Hey, Colic, what's up? I kind of just mentioned you a second ago. Oh, Peasant Quest. Yeah, we're gonna try that. We're gonna try Peasant Quest. I'm gonna give this a tentative rating first. Seems really good. So far I'm really liking the music. I guess I feel like so far from my impression, like I would put like about 8 out of 10 for both music and you can see that Rayman 1 is like one of my favorite platformers. So it's not, to me, I don't think this is quite that level, but it seems like a really, really super solid 3D platformer that I want to play. I love 3D platformers. That would be a good one to play through. Yeah, he is. That's why I was thinking I should probably go ahead and do that. I will come back to that someday. I got a lot of games I need to come back to. I need to come back to this. I need to go back to Super Mario World and 100% Super Mario World. I still haven't finished Lemmings on stream. I got to do Mayhem level of Lemmings. And I want to go back to March and Maze and finish that. Maybe Honey on the Road as well. And like all these games. Like all these games I got to like go back to and play more of. Okay, let me go to here. All right, so it's called Peasant Quest. We're going to try Peasant Quest. This is not Rayman related, but we're going to just try Peasant Quest now. All right, let me try to get the screen to be good. I guess I want to be here. Or wait, no, it would be better to be here. I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure the screen size here because like everything's black. This seems okay. I like the presentation of this. Made by guys. I like that. I like this made by guys.